At the edge of the grass at third. David DeJesus leads the American League in triples with 6. Takes the first one, and it's a fastball wide. Ball one from Roy Oswalt to a .243 hitter in DeJesus. DeJesus has 60 base hits this year, 5 of them homers. He has 13 doubles. Fouls that one away, and it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count.
Roy Oswalt last time out, a complete game, but a losing effort. 8 innings, 10 hits, 5 runs, and victimized by some bloop hits and some bad luck. Probably could have gotten away with allowing just a couple of runs in that game.
Yes, it could have. 1 and 2. A ball lost in the lights cost him a couple of runs late. And he lost that game at Minnesota on Saturday. DeJesus walked a couple of times in last night's game, going 0 for 2. Kansas City snapping a 5-game losing streak to win its 30th of the season last night, coming off a 4-5 homestand. The Royals have won just one of their last 14 series. It's 2-2 to DeJesus. Royals won 75 and lost 87 last season. They started out well this season. They were in first place for a while. Rammed into right center field. That one almost clipped Tim Timmons. Michael Bourne over to pick it up. Big turn at first by DeJesus on a leadoff single.
Let's take a look at the Astros defensively now tonight, brought to you by the Houston BMW dealers. Lee, Bourne, and Pence in the outfield. And the infield, Keppinger, Tejada, Matsui, and Lou Papa. Lance Berkman back at first base tonight. Pudge Rodriguez behind the dish for Roy.
That's Alberto Callaspo, the second baseman. Callaspo last night had a hit and a walk. A strike one to him. 306, 4 homers, 26 runs batted in for the former Arizona Diamondback. He's taking a long look down at Dave Owen, the third base coach. DeJesus with 1 steal in 2 tries. It's 1-1. There has not been a stolen base with Roy Oswalt on the mound this season.
In interleague action, Roy 10-8 with a .358 ERA, 25 starts. No, they don't run on Roy. He's so quick to home plate. Very few clubs try.
They're trying. Line drive to left field. Carlos Lee with the catch. DeJesus will scamper back to first on a hard hit out, number 1.
Probably just a straight hit and run play there. And Trey Hillman talked about that a little bit, trying to play a little more small ball, maybe start some runners.
Billy Butler, 289, 7 homers, 32 runs batted in, hit a home run for the Royals last night. He was talking with one of the Royals scouts on the field, and I asked him if that was the hardest hit ball for him all year. He says one of them. He had a homer and a double in 4 trips. That's ball 1. Billy, 24, from Orange Park, Florida. Hit .275 last year. He had 11 homers, 55 runs batted in. Hit .337 last year at Omaha. Mike Jacobs is on the bench tonight. Butler pops it up. Matsui calling in shallow right center. 2 outs. Be a sun field area this time of night as the sun comes in through those panels in left field. There you can see it from that viewpoint. Yeah, that's what those players on the right side of the field could be looking back into. Jose Guillen, 265, 8 homers, has driven in 33. Guillen had a single last night in 4 trips. Jose was signed by the Pirates in '93. He's been with Tampa Bay and Arizona, other clubs, Colorado, Cincinnati, Oakland, Anaheim. Man on the move.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that teams covet, but he's had a hard time settling in anywhere. He's had some problems over the years fitting in certain clubhouses. Came up as just a kid with the Pirates, very gifted player, had a big arm in the outfield, some pop in that bat. Pretty solid career.
Bouncer up the middle. Matsui fields behind second, tossing to Tejada, who gets there ahead of DeJesus. It's no runs, a hit, a man stranded, no score. First inning finds this starting lineup for Cecil Cooper, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Michael Bourne in center, Jeff Keppinger at third base, Miguel Tejada shortstop. He's batting third for the 8th time this year. It's Carlos Lee in left field, Lance Berkman at first base, Hunter Pence right field, Bud Rodriguez catcher, Kazuo Matsui second base, Roy Oswalt pitcher.
Luke Hochevar works for the Kansas City Royals tonight. Last time out. Not so good. 4 innings, 9 hits, 6 runs. The one before that, a dandy. 9-inning complete game, 1 run. It took him 80 pitches to do it. Leans heavily on a real good sinker. So the challenge for the Astro hitters, get that ball up above the knees where you can do something with it.
Michael Bourne let it go up for ball 1. Now showing bunt. He takes a strike to even the count. Michael's on a 3-game hitting streak. Batting average 300. On base average 376. 2 homers, 18 runs batted in for Michael. Another pitch up, foul back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hochevar, as JD mentioned, the first player drafted in 06. The Astros have a 310 batting average by their number 1 and 2 hitters, and that is tops of the majors this season. Hochevar from Denver, Colorado, went to the University of Tennessee. Sharp breaking ball. He gets a strikeout on Bourne.
If the sinker's his stake, that breaking pitch is a pretty good big potato. Man, that's a good combination. DeJesus, Meyer, and Guillen in the outfield for the Royals tonight. Tian, Hernandez, Callaspo, and Butler across the infield. Third start for Brian Pena tonight. And the Royals defensively brought to you by BMW.
Jeff Keppinger's ready. Looks at ball 1 low and outside. 267 for Jeff. 3 homers, 9 runs batted in. 3 last night. And he had a sacrifice bunt. This is his 7th straight start at third base. Jeff Blum had a workout tonight before the game. He will head for Oklahoma City tomorrow and begin a scheduled 2-game rehab assignment Thursday and Friday. Coming back to Houston on Saturday for a day of rest and a workout, and he should come off the DL on Sunday if things go well. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As far as the starting pitcher for Saturday, Cecil Cooper said it probably will be either Felipe Paulino or Brandon Bakke. Fewest homers by a third baseman. The Astros have 4. Angels have 1, Marlins 2, and the Pirates 3.
Yeah, and a position where you normally expect to get some home run production, but the Astros knew with the makeup of their club they weren't going to get a lot of long balls from third base this year. Real surprising one in that whole graphic we showed you was the Mets with David Wright hitting the ball out of the ballpark. I guess a lot of it due to their big ballpark.
Miguel Tejada leads the league in hits with 94 hits already. Second best batting average in the league, 337. He has 6 homers, and there's the sharp breaking pitch for strike one. And Tejada also is tied for the doubles lead. He has 24 two-base hits. Iggy 3 for 4 with an RBI last night. The breaking pitch stayed up a little bit. It's 0-2 as the Astros get their first look at this young right-hander, who last year for the Royals was 6-12 with a 5.51 ERA. Listed at 6.5.
And this is just his 30th major league start. It's a lack of experience, and when you look at his game by game, you don't have a real good one, then an ugly one, just trying to smooth things out. Obviously has very good stuff. You don't become the first pick in the amateur draft without having a big time arm.
He really got pounded by Arizona in his last start, going 4 innings, allowing 9 hits and 6 earned runs. One before that was the one JD talked about. Complete game 3 hitter and 80 pitches against the Reds. Roll to third. Mark Tien makes it a 1-2-3 first for Hochevar, and a 0-0 game after 1.
To help us pick our best moment, and this week the voting is between Craig Biggio's final game in 2007, a very emotional day here at the ballpark, and then Jeff Kent's home run, bottom of the ninth, game 5 of the 2004 NLCS. That was fun. Everybody jumping up and down, beating on JK. Go to Astros.com to cast your vote. JK is now he's going to be in the Superstars competition, televised sometime this summer.
Really?
Yeah, remember the old Superstars TV special on ABC? They're bringing it back to life, and JK is one of the participants.
Mark Tien, 279, 8 homers, 24 runs batted in. They're going to have the same events they had before.
He's going to be in truck washing. And
he's good at that.
Speed truck washing.
Good fastball set up by the curve, and it's 1-2 for Roy Oswalt against Mark Tien. Tien 1 for 4 in last night's game, holding down third base with an injury at that position. It's still 1 ball and 2 strikes, and certainly the Royals are hoping to get a lot of their wounded back pretty soon, but it's going to be late July for Alex Gordon, so Tien figures to be at third for a while. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Trey Hillman, after all the years managing in Japan, had a good impact on his team last year. This season his club is 30-39, 8.5 games behind Detroit, which will be here over the weekend. Still 2-2.
Trey Hillman, his second year here as manager of the Kansas City Royals. Buddy Bell preceded him. It's been a long time since the Royals have been a playoff team. They've only had 1 or 2 winning seasons in the last 15 or so, so not that far from the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Line to capture. One out. Well, they've spent $250 million on a renovation of their stadium. Attendance is up this year.
A nice job there. You see the little hitch by Tian to keep the hands back on the slow curveball and hit it hard the other way. Not rewarded, but a good solid swing of the bat. Yes. They spent a lot of money on the ballpark. They've got some really talented young players on this club and some more on the way. That's a story they've probably heard in Kansas City too many times over the last decade or so.
Ryan Pena doing the catching tonight. Roy threw 6 curveballs in his first 21 pitches. 1 ball, 1 strike to Pena. John Buck just went out on an injury rehab assignment today. Fly ball goes to left field. Carlos Lee over in left center. Retires Pena for the second out.
Fox Sports Houston has a Twitter page. Expand your sporting network at twitter.com/FS Houston.
Luis Hernandez is the shortstop. He'll turn 25 in 2 more days. From Venezuela, 222, no homers, 2 runs batted in. Only Bloomquist played short last night. He was 0 for 4. He's on the bench tonight. There's strike 1. Hernandez played for Baltimore last season. Signed by the Braves in 2000 originally. Baltimore claimed him on waivers. Kansas City picked him up as a free agent last fall. No balls, 2 strikes. Tony Pena Jr. also is a shortstop for the Royals right now. Let's see a little background on Luis Hernandez. Mike Aviles is sidelined by an injury. He became a shortstop last year. 1-2-3 in the second. Roy Oswalt maintains his good pitching, and it's 0-0. To visit. Carlos Lee looks at the pitch, and it's ball 1. Carlos 299, 12 homers, 43 runs batted in. Had a hit in the first inning last night. He was 1 for 4. That one catches the corner for a 1 ball, 1 strike count for Luke Hochevar.
Hochevar.
Yeah.
Hochevar. I keep wanting to say Hochevar. Hochevar.
Hochevar. Hochevar. Hochevar.
I'm going to keep practicing that. Well, this Hochevar's got a real good sinker. And if you're sitting on that sinker, Hochevar can beat you with a pretty good breaking pitch too. Matter of fact, the entire Hochevar family, outstanding athletes. His dad played the Denver Nuggets. His mom played college basketball and volleyball. He's got a brother playing minor league baseball. Sister is a stud volleyball player. So Brittany Hochevar.
So you'd say, all in all, that the Hochevar family is very athletically inclined.
Yeah. I think they can jump. And Luke was an outstanding basketball player in high school.
Okay.
So you get that basketball volleyball thing going on. He's talking about people who can jump.
He jumped from AAA Omaha to the Royals this year. He had sterling numbers at Omaha, 5-1 with a 1.50 ERA. He was the ERA leader in the PCL when he came up.
Who's that?
Luke Hochevar.
Hochevar did.
There's a shot, but the second baseman right there. And this happened last night with Callaspo up the middle on Carlos Lee on a hard hit ball. 1 out.
It's good advanced scouting there. Carlos hits the ball up the middle a lot, and he lost a couple of hits in Minnesota. And the balls hit sharply were deflected off the pitcher to the shortstop. This time, no deflection necessary. Carlos flips his bat in disgust. Get back to play second base where he's supposed to. What are you doing over there?
Well, they told him to get. Lance Berkman on a 3-game hitting streak, 245, 14 homers, 38 runs batted in. He got a pinch single last night. That was his first pinch hit since 0-2. And strike one. That was because of the arrival of his fourth daughter, Abigail. Congratulations to Lance and Kara. LSU leads Texas in game 3 in the third inning, 4-1.
Greinke last night was outstanding. Zach Greinke. And similar looking breaking pitch right there.
Breaks very late, very sharply. That is strike 3, and that's a buzzsaw. Luke Hochevar has retired the first 5-3 via strikeouts.
Warren Keppinger swinging in the first to start the ball game. This little two-seam fastball slides back to the inside corner. Lance thought it was off the plate, may have been, but Kane just sat up there, able to frame the pitch without having to move. Perhaps helping to influence the call.
Hunter Pence has a 3-game hitting streak. He's 8th in the league in hits with 82. 329 batting average, 10 homers, 29 driven in. Excellent on base average as well. That breaking ball is wide for ball 1. Hunter last night batted third. He was 1 for 4. He scored the Astros' only run. It was in the first inning. And the Astros got 3 consecutive 2-out singles off Greinke. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Happy birthday wishes go out to Janet Lucero, wife of head athletic trainer Nate Lucero. Janet's 23 today. At least that's what Nate told me to say. 3 balls and no strikes.
Well, they're young. They're young enough to play.
Very, very youthful. 3 balls and a strike. Pudge Rodriguez on deck. What's that?
It's a chart. It's a spray chart there on the left is showing hits by direction, probably on the count.
Broken bat roller, fielded by Hernandez. Makes a good play. Hochevar retires the first 6. It's 0-0. Nothing game. Swiftly this game has moved through the first two. Now in the third inning is the number 8 hitter for the Royals, Mitch Meyer. Meyer hits a fastball deep center field. Michael Bourne way back. That one will bounce and roll up Tal's Hill all the way to the top of it. Meyer heads for third base. And he's opened the third inning with a stand-up triple. Now he's going to try to score. Go from Tejada to Pons. He is out! It was Matsui who made that relay throw, not Tejada. Pudge got it in plenty of time, and Meyer is thrown out for out number 1 at the plate.
Meyer had a bad night at the plate last night, punched out 3 times, jumps all over this fastball, and all the way to the top of Tal's Hill it goes, and Michael out of gas just flips it back in towards the infield. Matsui didn't go far enough out, and that's why they sent him, but still a risky proposition with nobody out.
8-4-2. What a big play for Roy Oswalt.
Pudge leaving his feet to make that diving tag. That's a situation there where you've got to be absolutely sure you're going to be able to score that run to send him with nobody out.
As you saw, the ball bounced twice from Michael Bourne, who had to throw from on top of Tal's Hill. Throw didn't have much steam on it, and Meyer had slowed down at third. He was going to stay there. He tried to score. Dave Owens, the coach at third base. That hurts the Royals big time. Their pitcher is throwing an early run. Could be awfully big tonight.
Yeah, I think that's a situation where Owen was probably initially happy to keep him there, but right there he sees the ball take that extra bounce in the outfield, so he sends him. Meyer has to restart, probably sucking gas by that point anyway after the trip around the bases. Owens wish he could take a mulligan on that.
Hochevar strikes out. That's number 2 for Roy.
Now tonight, the last night, folks, where you can vote in People Magazine's All-Stars Among Us contest. The 3 Hostonians, John Sage, Gary Lynn, David Moore, all doing great work here in the community. And whoever is chosen will be honored before the All-Star game on July 14th. That will be seen on Fox. Every major league city will have one representative, and tonight, your last night to choose among those 3 qualified gentlemen.
De Jesus, the batter. He opened the game with a single to center field. Rocco Crisp out for the season, as JD told us last night, with shoulder surgery. There's ball 1. So the Royals lose a rangy center fielder, very speedy, and crisp. Yeah, 1 ball, 1 strike. Meyer was their 4th outfielder. Crisp defensively certainly will be missed. Crisp was hitting only .228. Base average of .336. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Royals are 13th in a 14-team league in runs scored this year with 284. They've scored 1 more than the Astros. Still a 1 ball, 2 strike count.
And well, the Astros have not been very good offensively either. Obviously, with the American League with the DH, a little bit skewed, but 2 teams that have struggled to score runs this year. That certainly was the case last night.
Astros positioned the outfielders for an off-field hitter. Hunter Pence way over in right center. It goes to center field, and Michael Bourne's waiting. The play at home plate might be awfully large as the evening progresses. Mitch Meyer earns a triple. Michael Bourne throwing from on top of Tal's Hill. flag by the Ford F-150, by the MD Anderson Cancer Center, and by Southwest Airlines. It is hot. Inside, not so hot. Very cool inside Minute Maid Park. 0-0 ball game. Bottom of the third inning.
It's so hot.
Like the old
pay homage to Ed McMahon, who passed away yesterday.
Yeah.
How hot is it?
Judge Rodriguez throws it away. Strike one. It was at Yogi Berra line when he met the Queen of England. And it was a very, very hot day like this one, and she complimented him on the fact that he was holding up well under the heat. And he said, well, thanks, you don't look so hot yourself. Pudge takes it, and it's a 1-1 strike count. And as we always qualify, many of these Yogi lines are only attributed to him. He never really said them.
Wonder if he ever really met the Queen.
Good question.
Interesting company.
Roll to second base. Callaspo over to first, and Hochevar has retired the first 7. Our Texas Ford Dealers League leaders will show us who's hot. Pujols, Lincecum, Cook, and Bourne. And who's not? Cameron, A-Rod, Belize, and the Rangers.
A-Rod gave him a couple days off recently. He's running out of gas.
Yeah. Rest him once a week, I believe. Now in the All-Star break. Kazuo Matsui, 5-game hitting streak, fouls it away. Strike one. 240 average, 1 homer, 13 runs batted in. Kazuo was 2 for 4 last night. A lot of pregame questioning from the media for Cecil Cooper about his strategy in the 9th inning last night. Strike on the edge makes it 0-2. Tejada led off with a single. Berkman got a pinch single, first and second, down 2-1, nobody out. Swinging a miss at a sharp breaking ball. Strikeout number 4. Has it going tonight.
Yeah, he does. He's got one of those breaking pitches that can make you look silly, and he does just that to Caswell there. Disregard the 6.61 ERA and just look at the stuff. You can tell this guy's going to be a good big league pitcher.
Well, in fact, the guy who last night had a 1.96 ERA, of course, had that electric stuff, and Hochevar doesn't have to take too much of a back seat to Zach Greinke, does he?
No, Greinke probably a little more consistent with his command and maybe a little bit more giddy up on his four-seam fastball. But Hochevar, he's got that good sinker working.
Yeah.
He's got more movement. Greinke was more of a power guy, didn't rely so much on movement with the fastball. It's a nice 1-2 punch they've got.
Greinke's not relying on any movement right now. He's not moving. It's like a statue there in the dugout. He's just locked into this ball game. 2 balls and a strike.
That's the happy zone right there. The day after a win, you're feeling good about things. Still got plenty of time till you have to go out there again, kind of sit on this one for a while.
He was magnificent last night. Fly ball to right field by Oswald, and Deanne takes care of it. 9 up, 9 down for Hochevar. 0-0. 3 former Royals Rookies of the Year who are still in Major League Baseball. You might have Buffalo in this one,
we're talking about, could they be a coach, a broadcaster?
They could be.
In uniform, coach or a player.
Okay. Royals Rookies of the Year.
Bob Hamlin was Rookie of the Year. The Hammer, but I don't know that he's in baseball.
No. Line drive up the line, and that one hooks foul.
And what about the shortstop, Baroa? New Rookie of the Year?
Yeah. How about Lou Piniella?
Sweet Lou.
Is he in Major League Baseball right now?
Well, something drastic has happened in the last few hours. Royals, 1969, the first year of the Kansas City Royals. They're celebrating a big 40th anniversary this year.
What are they doing for it? Any idea?
I don't know. Just, I think they kind of patch or something. And of course, they did the big remodel at the ballpark. Yeah, there's a patch on his arm there.
Okay. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's a solid look right there. He's got a little Captain Kangaroo going on.
That was very, very popular for a period of about 30 years, JD, as you well know. Struck him out on a dazzling curveball. That's number 3 for Roy. Bob Keeshan, Captain Kangaroo.
Yeah. Roy's curveball is really his best off-speed pitch, whereas we showed you 2 pitchers for the Royals the last 2 nights that featured that power curveball. Roy's threw that big slow one.
Looks like the little Pumas are up helping the Wizards folks, the O's Bros, as they combine the mascots. There's strike 1 to Butler. Butler hit a pump fly to second in the first.
Love the tempo, and I love the fact that he established the breaking pitch early and willing to go to it. This guy's got a real good swing.
Yeah, I was asking him about the new Royal Stadium. Does he like it? He said, oh yeah, but it wasn't bad before either.
No, it's always been a very pretty ballpark.
Up and in to Billy Butler. Billy was the 14th player drafted in the 04 draft.
They got a bunch of first-round picks on their club.
Billy's hit .333 in his last 17 games. Swings at the slider and strikes out. That's number 4. Boy, that was a fantastic spot.
And I don't know that he intended to go up and in with a previous fastball, but once you throw one up under a guy's chin, not a bad idea to take a shot off the outside edge.
Jack in the Box standings will show you the Astros' current starting rotation when Mike Hampton gets back. Astros starting 5 have combined for 512 Major League wins, 1 more than Cy Young. Tough play there, and Keppinger can't make the plays. He tries to come in and pick it up on the backhand side. Jose Guillen reaching with 2 outs. Didn't want to stay back and take that second big hop, and he gets charged with an error.
Not an easy play, but if he gloves it cleanly, he's going to get his man who's off the heel of his glove.
3rd error of the year for Keppinger. It's the Astros' first error in 10 games. Mark Teahan flying to 3rd on a curveball. He gets a fastball for ball 1. Tigers lead the Cubs 2-1. They're in the top of the 6th at Detroit's Comerica Park. Rich Harden pitching, and Rick Porcello went 5 for the Tigers. Their 20-year-old phenom, which means he won't be pitching here this weekend.
No, but we will see Justin Verlander and Edwin Jackson in that 3-game set with the Tigers over the weekend.
Saturday, it's Alfredo Figueroa. Line drive, left field corner. This looks like extra bases for Teahan. One hops the wall. Carlos Lee's deep in the corner. Dave Owen putting up a stop sign at 3rd for Guillen on a double by Teahan, his 13th. He's had some good opposite field strokes tonight off Roy. 125 career doubles now for Teahan.
Both times he stayed back on a breaking pitch. This one was up about belt high for him, and he just whacked it into left field. Owen backpedaling down the line, trying to let that play develop before he throws up a stop sign. Opportunity there to be aggressive with 2 outs if there's any kind of a mishandle.
27-year-old Brian Pena, who came up with the Braves. He was a waiver claim by the Royals last May from Havana, Cuba. Known for his hitting. There's strike one. Had a problem behind the plate in that last start by Hochevar with some wild pitches and pass balls. He defected from Cuba to Venezuela in 2000. And then he signed. No balls, 2 strikes. He was at AAA Omaha earlier this season. Switch hitter. That helps, as the Royals, of course, have seen that last night's starting catcher has played a whole lot. Miguel Olivo, in the absence of the injured John Buck, who has a herniated disc in his back, but he's about to begin that rehab assignment, and they hope to get him back fairly quickly. 1-2 to Brian Pena.
Roy throwing that fastball up about neck high, 95 miles an hour. We saw that from Greinke last night. Guys with the good arms seem to be able to find just a little bit extra when they get in trouble.
Pena was a Greco-Roman wrestler in high school. Good stop there by Pudge. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's the one where they're upright, right? They're trying to throw guys.
Yep. You can see him doing that with that body build.
I could see him doing any form of wrestling.
Yeah.
He grew up a block away from Yunel Escobar. Braves.
Like that. That's quite a story. Again, Pudge sliding to his right on his knees for the low pitch. Keeps the runners at second and third, and it's 3-2 to Pena.
Now, no need to give in here. Not that Pena is Babe Ruth or anything like that, but you've got a base open. You could start all over with Hernandez, a weak hitter who's on deck.
Pena calls time. And takes the walk. That's exactly what happened, and now that's the first walk of the night for the Wizard. Bases loaded for Hernandez.
Business fan special tomorrow, folks. 105 game, and it's retro T-shirt day. If you're one of the first 10,000 fans who received that T-shirt, it's courtesy of Bastion Technologies. For tickets or information, log on to Astros.com. But act soon, 105 ball game tomorrow. We're not going to do it. It's 147 degrees out.
That's
We're
right.
going to sit in some air-conditioned comfort and watch a ball game.
Luis Hernandez struck out first time. Calls back the fastball. There's strike one to Hernandez. He had a hit on Sunday coming in off the bench for that game. Came up May 3rd from Omaha. He was a non-roster invitee to spring training by the Royals. He was hitting .292 at Omaha this year. Meyer is on deck with Guillentin and Pena, the 3 base runners.
Dave Moore, the general manager of the Royals, previously was with the Braves, so no surprise to see him kind of picking up some players from the Braves organization. Pena and Hernandez both former Braves.
No ball, 2 strikes with the bases loaded. The Royals have hit 189 with the bases loaded this year. Fastball in the air, and Keppinger goes over for a look, but it's well out of play. Red Sox are leading the Nationals 6-1 at Washington. They're in the bottom of the 6th inning with John Lester on the mound. Greg Stanton started for the Nationals. David Ortiz hit another one. A 3-run shot to Big Papi, number 7. Jason Varitek added a 2-run homer. That's his 11th of the year. Oh, he lunges at the slow curveball. Great pitch with the bases loaded to end 4th inning trouble. With no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 3 left, nothing. see who they are. Lou Piniella. Carlos Beltran is on the DL right now. Angel Baroa. You're right, JD. You've got Baroa. And
we got 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
That's a B.
It's a B. Hochevar has an A+, 3 innings, no hits, no base runners, 4 strikeouts.
9 up, 9 down. Pretty impressive work to this point, but second time around, see if the Astros can make an adjustment, put him in the stretch, and put a little pressure on him.
Michael Bourne gets a fastball, fouls it back, strike 1. Michael is drawing some reassuring comments in the batting cage from Cecil Cooper, Jose Cruz when he hit the ball to left field tonight. That's what he's done so very well this year. 1 ball, 1 strike, a vastly improved player. And Coop thinks he would be maybe the team MVP as of now. Certainly has come a long way. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, and he's had enough at bats now where you feel like he's got it figured out. I think anybody for a month or so can perform at a level where hey, this guy's pretty good, but can ultimately let you down. I think we've seen Michael enough this year with his approach that looks like he's got a pretty good idea of what he's trying to do up there, and looks like he'll settle in and have himself a pretty nice big league career.
That's why winter ball was really important for him, to work on those things that he's been doing successfully. He might beat it out. No, he stumbles coming out of the box, barehanded. Tien gets it. 1 out. If he hadn't stumbled coming out of the box, he might have been able to beat that. An excuse me swing.
Yeah, just a little check swing, and that stumble right there cost him. But you get an idea how athletic he is, because a lot of people with that stumble, they're face planting. He was able to right the ship and regain top speed in a hurry.
You and I are still picking the dirt out of our teeth right now.
You, me, Mickey Hatcher.
Mickey Hatcher, yeah.
He was famous for those base running. He would have been down there doing the brushstroke or something in the dirt. And might as well get a laugh out of it.
Strike to Capangeri, struck out in the first inning. This is his 35th start of the year already this year. Bangs that one around, and it's no balls, 2 strikes. The Astros continue to struggle with their offense, especially at home. They've played 20 games at home this year of the 35 in which they've scored 3 runs or fewer. And that doesn't get it done in Major League Baseball for very many wins.
No, not unless you're pitching a lot of shutdown games.
Well, their home ERA is 3.96. Now that's respectable. But they're 16 and 19 at home, based largely upon the fact that they have struggled to score runs. High ball center. Meyer waiting. It's 11 straight sent down by Hochevar.
Here's a deal for you folks. All you can eat Thursdays are even better than before. Here's why. For just $20, unlimited hot dogs, nachos, popcorn, peanuts, soda, and water. This includes your tickets. It's $15 off the regular price. What a deal. Bring out the family. Make sure they're hungry. 1-877-9-ASTROS is the number. Or log on to Astros.com. That just so happens that tomorrow's Thursday.
Now, those folks they'll look hungry on a Wednesday, JD.
Yep. Not having all you can eat. Just having some good eats.
Miguel Tejada gets a big breaking pitch. It's ball 1. He bounced out to third. Tejada with that pace for hits, 94 hits already, 69 games. That is just a fantastic pace. Maybe the best ever by an Astro up to this many games in the season. We're going to check on that. Craig Biggio with the club record 210 hits in one season. Ichiro is the leader, and it's Aaron Hill second. Tejada leader in the National League. He's been a hitting machine and hit a bad ball just off the ground last night for a pop fly single in the 9th inning for his 3rd hit. This one goes to shortstop. Hernandez In the fourth inning, same as the first three for Hochevar, no base runners. He's retired the first 12. 4 perfect innings in a 0-0 game. By AT&T, by Dodge, by Whataburger, and by Southwest Airlines. 0-0 ball game. We go to inning number 5, and it's Roy Oswalt to Mitch Meyer, who's involved in the biggest play of this game so far. With ball 1, Meyer, as we see that Texas has come back to tie LSU 4-4 in the 5th inning of game 3 for the championship. Trailing 4-0, the Longhorns have squared it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Meyer tripled and then tried to score, and Matsui threw him out. An 8-4-2 play. Line to Burke. Meyer's not very lucky tonight.
Can't test the Puma. You don't get the nickname the Puma without being cat-like.
All those 4 little felines running around the house for years to come. Luke Hochevar, with strike 1. He whiffed in the 3rd inning. Who knows whether the Royals would have scored, but you have to like any team's chances with a runner at 3rd, nobody out in an inning, even if the pitcher is the next batter. Only JD would give us the exact percentage of times Major League clubs score with runners at 3rd, nobody out in an inning.
Probably 72% of the time.
That sounds about right. Whoa. It's a little bit late on that. Strikeout number 6.
They look good missing, though.
Yeah,
it's a good looking miss. And if you're going to punch out, at least look good trying. That's not a bad effort.
You let the bat go, as they say. David DeJesus opened the game with a single. He's 1 for 2. The Astros have won 10 of their last 15. Roy has strung together some strikeouts tonight, 6 of them. Roy is 2-2 at home. In his career, I've been at Maid Park. He's 74-24 with a 2.76 ERA. To the left field corner. And now David DeJesus takes off for second base. Double number 2 for the Royals tonight. 3 of their 4 hits have come for extra bases. DeJesus gets his 14th double. Number 150 of his career.
Well, I'm sure when the Royals went over Roy Oswalt, somebody pointed out, look, he's very aggressive, likes to attack early, so go ahead and be ready to swing it up there. Got a first pitch fastball to his liking, put a good swing on it. Roy, last time out with that complete game against the Twins, went 8 innings and was really throwing the ball well. especially towards the end of that game. Ended up throwing 126 pitches, but showing no ill effects.
Callaspo next. He lined to left and he struck out. Takes ball one.
Love this trend that's starting to creep into Major League Baseball, where managers are letting their pitchers go a little bit deeper.
To what do you attribute that?
I just think because there's been so much conversation about it. I think a lot of it is because of what Nolan's trying to do up in Arlington, and they've had success. So other people are going, well, it's working there. Why don't we think about doing it?
2-0. Pirates lead the Indians 9-1 in the fifth.
There's Nolan now, taking a night off from his duties up in Arlington to come down and have a little frozen margarita.
Check out those Nolan Ryan steaks. Vano got shelled by the Bucks tonight. He gave up 11 hits in 3 2/3 innings. Delay as Callaspo backs away. Royals are 6-7 against the National League in interleague play. 2 balls and 1 strike. Astros are 3-7 against the American League this year.
What's the overall tally? I haven't done the math lately.
Okay,
it's pretty close, I think.
Yeah, it was before last night. It was very close. The AL has won 9 more games than the NL. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
No. Well, I find myself rooting for the National League, even the teams within our division. I say, yeah. I've always been a National League fan. Back to when I was a kid.
Swing and a miss. Callaspo tried to climb the ladder and stumbled. At strikeout number 7, it's no run to hit and the man stranded. It's 0-0. It was 4.5. Goes through the first 4 perfect by Luke Hochevar. Carlos Lee worked the count to 2-2. He grounded to second. Sharp grounder up the middle, but Callaspo was stationed right there in front of it. It's ball 1. Callaspo has not budged. He's stationed in that same spot this time around, of course.
He's going to have to hit it over him, Carlos. Elevate.
Moves back, and it's 2 balls, no strikes. This is the 5-year anniversary of the trade between these 2 teams. Carlos Beltran came to the Astros in that 3-team deal. Octavio Dotel and John Buck. Oakland was involved in the trade as well. Upstairs, and it's ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. Trade that certainly helped the Astros short term, with Beltran just putting on that fabulous playoff run in the 04 postseason. The second 3-ball count for Hochevar.
Yeah. If you recall, Beltran in the regular season of the Astros was okay, but nothing spectacular. Didn't hit for a real high average. Played sterling defense in center field. But the postseason, he just went off.
Yeah. Bounce foul. 3-2 now to El Caballo.
We're talking about the short term, but the Astros beat the Rays in the Division Series, went to the LCS. So even though Carlos didn't stay, the fact that they took that step, got excited here. Season ticket sales, I'm assuming, went up exponentially the next year.
Yeah. On the screen.
This day in Astros history is brought to you by the MD Anderson Cancer Center. June 24th, 1977. That's 32 years ago, folks. Bob Watson, the Bull. 3-run triple, double, solo home run, then a single, and that's the cycle. He became the second Astro to do it. And by the way, Chale got the game winner. He doubled home Wilbur Howard in the 11th.
Carlos lead to left field, and there's an opening in left field. Drops it in for a hit, and he's going to try to stretch it. David DeJesus fires. The ball is there early, and Lee doesn't get to the base. DeJesus was stationed way over in left center field. Odd positioning, but it works out for the Royals as they entrap Lee into trying for a double and throw him out.
Well, obviously that hammy's feeling a little better because Carlos willing to try to stretch this pop up from a single into a double, and DeJesus really plays it well. Got to it in a hurry, quick turn and throw, an accurate throw. Nice play.
Yeah, both clubs have outfield assists now. Carlos thrown out, and it's Lance Berkman batting. Lance struck out looking in the second inning.
I've got no problem with that try there. He forced DeJesus to make a real good play, and DeJesus happened to do it. If that throws a little bit offline, he's probably safe. He just made a real nice play.
He run a long way to get there. Fly ball hangs in right center. Jose Guillen takes over. 2 down. And it's Hunter Pence next. 2 of the last 3 starts have been excellent for Hochevar. He won at Toronto, giving up 2 runs in 6 2/3 in that gem. 9 innings, 3 hits, 1 run against Cincinnati. The 80 pitches he threw in that complete game were the fewest by a Kansas City starter in a 9-inning complete game since Stats began recording pitch counts in 1988. Hunter Pence grounded to short on a 3-1 count. And it's ball 1.
Yeah, well, rare to see the complete game with less than 100 pitches, but 80 is just crazy.
He was only the second pitcher in the last 4 years to throw 80 or fewer in a 9-inning complete game. Aaron Cook with the Rockies did it twice.
Yeah, Maddox has had some complete games with real low numbers. Randy Jones, I think, was in the 70s.
Yeah.
And it's typically sinker ballers. They're not trying to strike people out. They're just shooting for the middle of the plate and throwing it down around the knees, and they're getting a lot of that.
Hernandez hurries, makes the accurate throw. No runs a hit. The Astros get their first base runner, albeit so briefly. It's 0-0 after 5. live feature. Here's Lance Berkman on his favorite city to visit.
Mason, Texas, because that's where my ranch is. So that's where I like there, and I like Fredericksburg. But if you mean major league city, Denver's not too bad. And I have one of my college roommates is from Denver, so I get to, or he lives up in Boulder, so I get to go see him every time we go up there.
Billy Butler takes ball one as the sixth inning opens for Roy Oswalt. 0-0 game. Butler's 0 for 2.
Just proves that there are things more important in life to Lance Berkman than baseball. Because if it was all about baseball, he would have said, Cincinnati's my favorite city to visit.
That's for sure.
Wears him out up there.
2-1. Roy Oswalt has won his only career start against Kansas City. That was in 05. The Astros are 14-8 against Kansas City, but only 5-5 here in this ballpark. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
So you're talking about the Astros' struggles here in this ballpark offensively this year. Have you been able to hypothesize as to why that is?
No. How about you?
No.
We'll have to look deeper into it and look at individual numbers at home.
Well, yeah, you can kind of, I'm sure we can look and find some guys who haven't performed very well in this ballpark. It still would be difficult to explain why. So far, they're significantly better on the road than here. Lance doesn't really like hitting here. He feels like this ballpark is not suited for his game because he hits the ball to the middle of the diamond so much, so he feels like he loses a lot of home runs in this ballpark to straightaway center field. And again, this ballpark, I was reading an article in the Kansas City newspaper the other day, and people who don't really know this park assume it's a great hitter's park. It is not. It plays fairly neutral.
Well, that's the latest rating we got coming into this season. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Where was it?
Good.
Looked pretty tasty.
Was a height. Rolled up the middle. Tejada to his left. Throws from behind second. Good play. Berkman kept his foot on the bag. Delphine Colon on the call.
Rusty Kuntz, first base coach, used to work in the Astros organization. He's pressing his case, and now Trey Hillman would come out to further the argument. What do you think, folks? I think the Astros got a break.
Looked that way.
Hey, we had a couple breaks coming to us after the road trip.
Mr. Kuntz said no. The throw pulled him off the base. Trey Hillman out to talk with Delphine Colon. Let's go to Bart.
What do you think, Bart?
From way out here in the mezzanine, it was hard to tell, guys, to be honest with you. But, hey, you know what? We've been telling fans for quite some time now about getting their kids in free. If you buy 2 adult tickets out here in the mezzanine or in the view deck, you get tickets for kids 14 and under for free. The Dale Runnels family here with me. This is a pretty good promotion for you guys, isn't it?
You know it is. I get to bring my kids out here working hard and everybody busy. They let us in free. Kids come with us. We get to enjoy its heritage. My dad brought me to these games from the Astrodome. Now we're here at the Minute Maid, Stadium Park. It's great fun. Get to eat some good food, relax, and have some good family fun. Even this little guy's enjoying it too.
Yeah, buddy, you having fun? There is no way he's talking into that microphone. Anyway, this is a great promotion. If you have kids 14 and under, you've got to take advantage of this. Families all over the place up here, and a great place to watch the ball game. Brownie, back to you.
Well, we still want your call on that play at first, though, Bart.
I'm going to say he was out.
Okay. You had a good view from
up
there.
That's a nice place to watch the ball game.
This is a great place to watch a game up here, guys.
That one's a little easier for you, Bart.
Yeah.
That's 3 unassisted for out number 2. And Martin comes up next.
I love the passion of the fan. How many times we get shots of somebody screaming at the umpire, and then you pull back and you'll notice that the person's like in the upper deck.
Yeah. Shot under the Osbros out there. Good night for families to be out here watching a pitching duel again. 2-1 last night. Kansas City won. Martin, the batter here, he's hit the ball hard to the left side of the field both times. A liner to third and a double to left. There's strike 1. So you might be thinking wonder if they'll pound him inside with fastballs here.
Well, they're going to, with this 0-1 offering, that's the plan anyway. Didn't get it in there.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Got to make sure you stay on that pitch, keep that front shoulder closed a little longer, and drive that ball to the inside corner. Roy's very adept when he's trying to throw the ball in on righties or away from lefties, kind of falling off the pitch and getting that good movement.
1-2 to Tian. Roy's thrown 86 pitches, 60 of them have been strikes.
But that front shoulder rotation towards first base, if it comes too quickly, he won't be able to get the fastball in on a lefty, and he'll throw a bad breaking pitch as he just did.
Blue Jays lead the Reds 7-2 at the end of 7. The Royals started for the Reds against Richmond.
There's a knuckle burner fastball right there.
Yeah.
He made the pitch there. That one didn't drift back over. 95 right on his fingers.
23 pitches in the 4th inning when the Royals loaded the bases. That all started on a 2-out error. Aaron Hill hit his 16th. Adam Lynn number 15 for the Blue Jays. And Vernon Wells hit his 7th, all off a Royal. Roll to short in the hole for Tejada. 1-hop throw to Berkman, safe at first. And Tian is 2 for 3. He's aboard for Pena.
He stayed with that off-field approach, hit the ground ball to short. And good call there. Looked like he beat it. Sure.
Now Pena hit a fly ball to left and walked. Now there was a story about that trade 5 years ago involving John Buck going to the Royals that day, and he met up with David DeJesus in the airport. He was being called up by the Royals with Beltran heading to Houston, opening up an outfield spot, and they were both wondering as they talked in the airport what their roles would be when they got to Kansas City. One ball, 1 strike. So June 24th, 5 years ago, pretty early for a stretch drive type deal, but there might be more of those in the next few weeks. The thinking being, try to get that player well before the trade deadline. He might be able to help you win more games if he gets there earlier. Trade deadline does drive deals sometimes, though, for teams that realize that they want to make that trade as opposed to not making it.
Well, you know, usually we're about this time of the year, we're playing the game trying to identify who the buyers are going to be and who the sellers are going to be, and it's, you know, very difficult to count out many teams.
Yeah.
You look in the National League, and everybody in the East is in it except for Washington. Central Division's wide open. Be really stunned if the Pirates made any noise, but everybody else has to feel like they have a fighting chance.
Yeah, Pirates could be sellers.
That's all they do. Yeah. And I guess you got to make the deal that's right for you now, regardless of what your club has done in the past. And that's one of the big challenges for a team like Pittsburgh, because they've been dumping payroll for so many years. The fans are very frustrated. So, you know, it's part of the challenge they have over there now.
Bouncer barehanded by Roy, but it's on through into center field. And now Tian turns for third base. First and third on the hit by Pena up the middle, and they'll check Roy's bare hand. It's all right. They won't have to check it.
Yeah, there wasn't much of a change of direction, so I don't know if he whiffed on it or just a glancing blow. I think he got a little bit of it. Yeah.
Hernandez is coming up. Roy taking a little extra time. Yeah, now Dewey's going to come out.
Everybody out west, aside from the Dodgers and the Giants, Well, Rockies, the way they've been playing, they're probably not going to be in sell mode. You still got the wild card to consider, too, so scratch that theory. San Diego and Arizona maybe looking to move some people. The big guy was Peavy. You know, that was the guy who was going to be traded, but he's hurt.
The Royals have announced a pinch hitter, Tug Hewlett, coming up to hit for Hernandez. Hernandez had struck out both times at the plate.
Yeah, a little early in the game for this, but given the way the pitchers have thrown, you can understand what Hillman's thinking. If he feels like Hewlett's got a better shot at getting something done than Hernandez.
Strike one to him. Well, Hewlett is 0 for 11 as a member of the Royals this year. 0 for 3 as a pinch hitter. But Hernandez did look overmatched. Hewlett, 26 years old, from Springfield, Illinois. No balls, 2 strikes. He was with Seattle last year. Drafted by Texas in 04. He went to Auburn University. Son of former major leaguer Tim Hewlett. He's the manager of Oklahoma right now. No balls, 2 strikes to Tug. That was a waiver claim by the Royals in February of this year. Throws it away. The Royals have only 29 pinch hit at bats with 6 hits this season. They have Tien, who got the infield hit at third, and Pena bounced one up the middle at first base. Tug Hewlett was hitting .307, 34 runs batted in 46 games for Omaha. Flared over shortstop, and the Royals will grab the lead on a pinch RBI single by Hewlett. 1-0 Kansas City. Hewlett coming off the bench and delivering on an 0-2 pitch.
And not a bad 0-2 pitch either. Threw a fastball up, got it in on him. Just a little dying quail into shallow center field to put the Royals on the board. It's not a bad 2-strike pitch.
Made Trey Hillman look like a genius. Now Mitch Meyer with ball 1. Meyer has a triple and a line drive caught by Berkman at first.
I'm sure Hillman just thinking, you know, I've got to find a way to grab the lead here on the road in this pitcher's duel. And even though Hewlett hadn't done anything at the big league level this year, he just had a handful of at-bats. You look at his minor league numbers, his credentials as a hitter better than Hernandez. And who knows, maybe Hernandez is nicked up. Big swing of the bat by Hewlett.
2 balls, no strikes.
And a year of frustration for Roy Oswalt. And another one here tonight, not getting any help from the hitters. And then this run, fairly cheap infield single by Tien with 2 outs, and that blooper to drive him in.
Royals have out hit the Astros 7-1 now. It's 3-0 to Meyer. Tampa Bay leads Philadelphia 2-1 in the bottom of the 8th. That's St. Petersburg with Matt Garza, Joe Blanton, the starters.
Imagine he's got the green light here.
Bases loaded for Hochevar.
Yeah, even though there was first and second, once you fell behind there, I think you're going to treat that like it's a base open situation.
Hochevar struck out both times. 101 pitches for the Wizard. And a little stirring, but nobody throwing yet in the Astros bullpen. Roy really extended it last time out, as JD mentioned, in those 8 innings, that complete game loss at Minnesota. Roy threw 126 pitches in that game. Strike to Hochevar. it's 0-2. The Mets are pounding on St. Louis 8-0 in the bottom of the 7th at Citi Field. Nick Evans hit his first homer. Pena, Hewlett, and Meyer, the base runners. Roy left the bases loaded in the 4th inning when he struck out Hernandez. Now it's 1-2.
And because the Astros have just the one hit and really had nothing going on, the crowd's been pretty quiet. But get Hochevar here, leave the bases loaded. Maybe they'll get the fans into a little bit, and the Astros get something going in the bottom of the inning.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Mando Nieve is shutting out the Cardinals.
Well, that's pitched pretty well.
Yes, he has. Struck him out for the 3rd time, and twice he's escaped bases loaded trouble. That's strikeout number 8. 1 run, 3 hits, 3 left. 1-0 Royals. Frost Brewed Coors Light Freeze Cam showing you Mitch Meyer looking one up on Towles Hill. Michael Bourne gets it in. It's relayed onto the plate, and Pudge Rodriguez with a diving tag gets him at home plate. Trying to stretch that triple on the throw from Kazuo Matsui. See Pudge was horizontal there as he really laid out for that tag. That was back in the 3rd inning. Now it's 1-0. The Royals have just broken the 0-0 tie with the run in the top of the 6th. They have Tony Pena Jr. at shortstop after pinch hitting for Hernandez with Hewlett, who's provided the only run in this game. Pudge has grounded out to 2nd in the 3rd inning. Chris Sampson warming up for Houston. Pitcher spot due up 3rd. Hochevar has thrown only 60 pitches through the first 5. The dirt ball 1. Sampson warming up. Matsui is on deck.
Hochevar has yet to throw a pitch out of the stretch. Leadoff single for Carlos in the 5th, but he was thrown out trying to stretch it into a double.
It's 2-0. He began the year in the PCL, then he was called up for the first time May 10th. Option back May 23rd. Came back for a 2nd stint. It's as if he may be staying for a while, the way he's throwing. Had 22 major league starts last season. Grounded to 3rd. Long throw hit from foul ground by Tien, and it's offline, allowing Pudge Rodriguez to reach first base. It's a hit for Pudge. Hit number 2 for the Astros.
Well, Hochevar will have to work from the stretch position. Pudge aboard with the infield hit. Good effort here by Tien. Pudge rolls over on that pitch. A long throw to make. Not able to get enough on it. Won't get it close enough to the intended target. See how the Astros play it here. Darren Erstad in the on-deck circle now.
Hochevar last year induced 15 double plays in his 22 starts. Last year he had a ground ball fly ball ratio of 1.7. 8th best in the American League last year for pitchers with 100 innings. Matsui struck out in the 3rd. He misses the bunt, strike 1.
It's interesting, the Astros have been bunting a lot in this situation lately, but didn't bunt last night with runners on first and second and nobody out. Movement on that fastball.
Matsui's put down 4 sacrifices. Bounces foul, and it's 0-2. Erstad on deck, the pinch hit for Oswalt. Matsui's hitting .209 as a left-handed batter. Tien stays on the grass at 3rd. Rip foul. Yankees lead at Atlanta 5-3. They're batting at the top of the 8th inning. Nick Swisher hit his 13th homer. Jeff Francoeur number 5 for the Braves. Line drive will go foul left field side this time. Still 0-2.
Did Caswell a favor there. That fastball up in the zone, moving away from him, really plays to his strength. He's very good at shooting the ball the other way, especially with 2 strikes when you go into a little bit of a protect mode. Choking up on the bat a little bit, just trying to make solid contact. Taking some ugly swings at breaking balls the last couple of nights.
Yeah. He got him on one. The shot. Callaspo juggles, gets it to short. Pena to first, and a ball gets away from Butler, and Matsui will go to second. Here's Butler's throw. Not in time. So the Astros do get a runner to second with 1 out. Looked like it might be a double play, but Callaspo juggled it as it came up on the short hop.
That's where the speed pays off. Matsui, even with the bobble, this is a double play with a lot of guys going down the line, and the throw not handled there by Butler, but I think Caswell was going to beat it. But check out Pudge at second base. I don't really see the second base coach, but Pudge with a rare opportunity to perform that task. I love it.
Yeah. That's the 4th error for Tony Pena Jr. It's a fielder's choice play for Matsui. He takes second on the error by Pena. The Royals have not been a good fielding team this year. That's their 53rd error. Darren Erstad is a pinch hitter now for Roy Oswalt. Erstad a 135 hitter for 74 at bats. Looks at ball 1. Oswalt goes 6 innings tonight, allowing 7 hits, 1 run. He had 2 walks and struck out 8. Michael Bourne's on deck with Roy finished for the night. Through 106 pitches, 71 for strikes. 2-0 Erstad as a pinch hitter, 4 for 27, 3 runs batted in. Very good pitching line for Roy. Sampson's working in the bullpen. The Astros are 6-8 in Roy's first 14 starts of the year. Tap foul. 2 balls, 1 strike to Darren. Astros pinch hitters have 13 hits and 93 at bats. Jason Michaels with 5 pinch hits leads the club. Erstad has been one of the best interleague hitters. High to right field. And this could give the Astros the lead. Pinch homer for Darren Erstad. First pinch homer by an Astro this season. What a time for Erstad to deliver. It's 2-1 Astros. Mark Sacamano hit the last pinch homer by an Astro last September.
Now we thought the playing time that Darren got on the last road trip might pay off. He had some good swings on the trip. Just getting more ABs can only help. And that swing of the bat's got to feel awfully good for Darren. He broke that long hitless streak on the road trip, and now that home run gives the Astros a lead and a chance to make a winner on a Roy Oswalt. He sure does deserve it. Still a lot of work to do, though. Bottom half of the 6th.
And Michael Bourne won't be satisfied with just a 2-1 lead. He wants to keep it moving. Tried to bunt his way on and missed for strike 1. That's the second career pinch homer for Darren Erstad. Bouncer. Shortstop Pena comes after it, throws, and gets him with a good play. 2 outs. What's on tap with the Astros is brought to you by Bud Light. Showing you the final game of the series tomorrow. It's Brian Bannister, son of former Astro Floyd Bannister, and Brian Moeller. Coverage begins at 12:30. Brought to you by Bud Light. Jeff Keppinger's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly ball to center. There's ball 1. So both managers are pulling some strings, and it's working out here in this inning. Pinch hitters delivering runs batted in for both clubs in this inning. 1 ball, 1 strike. Doug Hewlett came off the bench to give the Royals the lead on a 2-out pinch RBI single, and Darren Erstad with a 2-run pinch homer gives the Astros the 2-1 advantage. Roll to shortstop Pena. And in the 6th inning, the Astros score 2 runs on 2 hits with 1 error and nobody left. After 6, it's 2-1 Houston.
fan of the game. It is David Howard and his son Tyler who are out here watching right on the edge of the bullpen. How neat is this?
It's pretty cool, man, getting to watch him warm up this close. You know, it's not bad. He's got a couple balls, so it's been nice.
Tyler, what do you think? Has this been fun for you?
Yes.
All right, well, you guys are going to enjoy some T-shirts, a poster, and some other things. And thanks for keeping the guys loose in the bullpen. You got to keep their attention sometimes. You get to see how they, tie their shoelaces together and tump each other's chair over. It's been pretty cool. Hawk, progressive fan of the game. See, LaTroy Hawkins wants your autograph now. See how that works? Brownie, back to you.
All right, Hawk needs to be getting ready soon, but he enjoys a moment as Chris Sampson goes to work with a 2-1 lead here in the 7th.
Well, Chris having an outstanding year. 3-0, 3 saves, 2.20 ERA. No margin for error here as we get into the late innings. A 1-run lead. He's got to face the top of the order.
De Jesus is 2 for 3. Strike one. Sampson pitched 4 times on the road trip. He came into a couple of tight situations in Minnesota Saturday and Sunday and held the lead both times, a 2-run lead and a 3-run lead. Roll to Berkman's right and feeds Sampson for out number 1.
He induces a lot of ground balls to first base.
Yeah.
So make that play a lot.
Hurt his hip on a play like that earlier this year.
He's had a couple of acrobatic plays over there. That one, the Garden Variety 3-1. PFP put out that you practiced 96,000 times in spring training. It's a couple steps, the underhand toss, get it up above the belt where it's easy to handle.
Now Lance was running toward the bag. That's the way it's taught, correct?
If you have time, yeah.
Callaspo looks at ball 1. He's 0 for 3. Why is it taught that way?
Well, you want to get close enough where you can make an underhand toss and have the ball go up to the pitcher on an upward angle as opposed to trying to throw it overhand where you might throw it down around his legs. That's when we see the pitcher trying to catch it and he's running at the same time and he kicks it out of his own glove. I mean, first baseman just reacts to time and distance. If he gets the ball and he has time to take it himself, he takes it himself. If he has to make a long throw, you have to do it. There you go again. Don't you get a lot of those?
Sharply hit. 3-out assisted, 2 outs. Well, a lot of times a guy like Mike Hampton, a left-handed pitcher, will give his third baseman a lot of business with right-handed hitters. So Sampson using that same principle on left-handed batters as his first baseman go to work for him. They might roll over on a sinker or a breaking pitch. Billy Butler's 0 for 3. Paid attendance tonight is 28,602. Butler takes ball 1. Astros 16-19 at home. They would love to rev it up. But first place Detroit is coming in over the weekend. It will not be easy this week.
Yeah, you were talking about the Astros' struggles here offensively, and it's not likely to get a whole lot better with the pitchers that are lined up. Bannister going tomorrow's pitched well this year. Verlander and Jackson awfully tough. I don't know much about the kid Figueroa.
No, sure don't.
Except for that he's got a really cool name. Yeah. Alfredo Figueroa.
3 balls, no strikes. I wonder if he's had any opera singing training.
Well, yeah, I would think. Or not Figueroa, but Figueroa. Yeah, I'll keep calling him Figueroa.
Well, we could sing his name if you want. Line drive to right. Hunter Pence over.
Thinking of Ed Figueroa.
Yeah. That one was blistered on a 3-0 count, but Hunter Pence tracks it down, and it's 2-1 Astros in the 7th. With a 2-run pinch homer in the 6th, giving the Astros the lead. Roy Oswalt in a position to be the winning pitcher after 6 innings, giving up 1 run. Hochevar has pitched well, and Tug Hewlett got the pinch RBI single. Miguel Tejada gets a breaking pitch. There's ball 1 to Miggy. Our Firestone in-game box score will show you Carlos Lee with a hit. Pudge has a hit, and then the pinch 2-run homer. 3 hits for the Astros, 7 for the Royals in this game. That one hit him. Near the left elbow, it appeared. Tejada hit by the pitch.
Mickey covers the outside corner very well, so you have to be willing to come in on him. And this 2-seam fastball just has a lot of run on it. Not able to turn away from it. Yeah, look like he got him right down around the elbow.
That's the 5th time he's been drilled. He leads the Astros club. As if anybody would want to lead a club in that category. Greg Biggio was very good at it.
Well, Miggy doesn't walk much, so gotta find other ways to get on.
He just found one. Carlos Lee single to left center. He's 1 for 2. Yeah, De Jesus is well over to left center. That's where he was earlier. And it's ball 1.
If he pulls the ball with authority to left, there's a real good chance it's going out of the ballpark or off the wall. So by playing where he is, he's stationed right in front of that cutout area where he could take away a deep drive that might, otherwise be a double in that alley in left center.
Yes.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
That's an excellent place for a left fielder to play in this park if he's speedy, and De Jesus is.
It's good if he's left-handed too.
True.
Because his glove hand is towards the line, and that'll give him an extra step of range moving towards the third base line.
2-0 with Berkman on deck. Oh, back, big cut by El Caballo. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And that's another reason why Lance Berkman says this park is not as good a hitter's park as people think, just because of that. Just the ability to bunch and take away the alleys. And this is a great example. If you look at the Royals alignment right now, they've really shrunk the alleys for Carlos.
Line shot to third, caught by Tien. Lines into out number 1. Bullpen is busy, as you saw that batting average for Hochevar late in the game. Kyle Farnsworth warming up now.
The Miles hit into some tough luck lately, a lot of hard outs.
Berkman is struck out looking and fly to right. Royals starting pitchers at 124. They've lost 28 with a 4.23 ERA. Hunter Pence is on deck. Rolled up the line at first, picked up by Butler, and he tags Berkman. That sinker had some serious movement on it. 2 outs. Out to second base. So Berkman 0 for 3 tonight. Now Hunter Pence, he's 0 for 2. Tejada batting third. That hasn't happened a whole lot this season. Pence twice has grounded to shortstop. Pena out to chat it over with Hochevar. Twins lead the Brewers at Milwaukee 3-2. They're in the top of the 7th inning. Nick Blackburn pitching for Minnesota. Ray Cooper started for Milwaukee. McClure is the pitching coach.
Well, this may be got a base open here. Let's be real careful with what we do with Pence. And be willing to put him on if we fall behind. Go after Pudge. Every run so valuable here. 1-run game, 7th inning. There's the big righty, Kyle Farnsworth. He of the 98-mile-an-hour fastball. And he's the guy that Brad Ausmus hit the home run off against the Braves in the playoffs.
That's definitely one of the very big moments in this stadium's history. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th inning.
Big Oz turned around a 99-mile-an-hour heater.
Yes, he did. He hit a bullet.
Get that weak stuff out of here.
Pudge on deck. Hunter Pence ready now. Hochevar's thrown 88 pitches. 84 pitches, rather. And it's ball one. The Astros hitters have had no day at the beach, facing Greinke and Hochevar back-to-back, two guys they had not faced before.
I'm having a hard time seeing the signs. It's painting it up. A little bit more deliberate as he flashes them. You see what he's doing is he sets up over the outside corner, and then as Hochevar gets ready to deliver, slides back inside. Doesn't want to tip his hand with Tejada out there at second base. And there's a late movement, so he'll call for the pitch inside and then show out and then move back in. But Hochevar threw it outside anyway.
2-1. Very good slider he's been throwing tonight. Tough to pick up for the hitter. White Sox lead the Dodgers 5-3 after 4 in Chicago. Alexi Ramirez hit his ninth. Jermaine Dye number 16. Josh Fields number 4 for the Sox. 2-2. Last night the Astros out-hit the Royals 10-6, but lost 2-1. They're 22-9 when they out-hit their opponent, but tonight they're being out-hit 7-3. Mania stops it. It's 3-2. Lost a game to first place St. Louis in the standings last night. To fall to 6 games back. Trying to get one back tonight. Cardinals are trailing 11-0 after 8 in New York. Hunter lays off this time and draws a 2-out walk. That's excellent adjustment, and that's his 34th walk of the year. That's number 1 of the night for Hochevar.
And that's kind of what we thought was going on when McClure went out there to talk to him. Pitch around Hunter, see if he's willing to chase. And last year, he probably would have chased. This year, not so much.
Pudge. And an infield hit behind third in the 6th inning. He's 1 for 2. 338 is his career average against Kansas City. Strike. He's had 228 hits against the Royals, 6th on the all-time list of Kansas City opponents. One active player has a higher career batting average against the Royals than Pudge.
Ichiro.
Doesn't say, but that would be a pretty good place to start. Matsui's on deck. It's 0-2. Trivia question for you on Royals Astros interleague play. First year of interleague play, 97. First complete game against the Astros by the Royals in 97 was pitched by a Royals left-hander. Long gone.
Chris Haney.
Jose Rosado. Fly ball, right field. Guillen handles it for the 3rd out. It's no runs, no hits. A couple of men left after 7, 2-1 Astros. Follow the Astros on your iPhone and iPod Touch with MLB.com. At Bat 2009, featuring play-by-play, video highlights, and live audio broadcasts. Visit Astros.com on your iPhone or iPod Touch to purchase. And don't forget, MLB All-Star voting is underway. Vote Tejada. Vote often. LaTroy Hawkins comes in with the Astros leading 2-1 here in the top of the 8th.
He's got to deal with 4, 5, 6, Guillen, Tian, and Pena. And LaTroy working for the 33rd time this year. Solid numbers across the board.
Chris Sampson worked one perfect inning without any strikeouts. Guillen is 0 for 3. I just saw a little article in Baseball Weekly, Sports Weekly today about the All-Star voting, and I think Paul White wrote the article, generally very favorable to the fans voting, but he did mention that Tejada is very deserving to be on that team. Ground ball to third. Keppinger has it. One out for Hawkins.
There's not that many shortstops in the National League having good years either.
Nope.
Only Ramirez is, but not many others. J.J. Hardy really struggling.
Rollins is down.
Yeah, Rollins is having a real bad year. Jose Reyes has been hurt.
Yeah.
Well, somebody from the Astros has to make it, so I'm going to like Miggy's chances of being selected.
Yeah. Martin, 2 for 3.
I think that Hunter's a candidate as well.
Yeah. He's getting some media questions about that. He's handling that well. There's ball 1. Tian line to third, double to left, and an infield hit to short. So he's definitely had the off-field approach working for him tonight. Michael Bourne well over to left center. Carlos Lee favoring the line. And he hits it toward Lee. Back. 2 outs.
Well, Tian could easily be 4 for 4 tonight. Carlos plays an extremely deep left field. His heels up against a warning track there, so he basically had to take a couple steps back and haul that line drive in.
2 outs, and it's Brian Pena, who has a single and a walk. The Astros have a chance to move up on a couple of clubs ahead of them in the division. Hawkins gets a call. There's strike 1, signified by Rob Drake. Pittsburgh is winning, but Pirates are behind the Astros in the standings. Close game in Milwaukee. Could go either way there with the Twins and the Brewers. Breaking pitch works, and it's 0-2 for LaTroy. Cardinals have lost 11-0 at New York to Fernando Nieve.
Big overhand curveball drops in over the outside edge.
The Reds have lost to Toronto 8-2 to Scott Richmond. Fastball line, and Matsui got it down on a knee on a hard hit out number 3. Well, the last 6 have been retired by Astros relievers, clinging to this 2-1 lead. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. It is 2-1. The Astros leading. And we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Trey Hillman going to his bullpen for Kyle Farnsworth after Luke Hochevar in 7 innings allows 3 hits, 2 runs, walking 1, fanning 4, hitting a batter. Farnsworth comes in 1-4 with a 4.24 ERA.
The ERA a little high, but the other numbers very good. 23 in the 3rd innings. He struck out 25 men while walking only 6. He's allowed a couple of home runs and a 253 batting average against. Farnsworth's been on the big league scene for a number of years now. Broke in with the Cubs back in 1999. He always possessed that big right arm. Can rush it up there in the upper 90s.
33 years old. He signed as a free agent. Got a 2-year deal for $9.25 million. Royals. Kazuo Matsui's 0 for 2. Scored a run. Fouls that one back. Strike 1. Royals shelled out some very good money for not only Farnsworth but Juan Cruz to help their bullpen this year. Farnsworth ran into some problems in his most recent outing against St. Louis on Saturday.
It's a formula a lot of clubs take with young starting pitchers. You've got a young club with some young starters you're trying to develop, add a couple veterans to the bullpen, and it helps solidify things at the end of the ball game, give those guys a chance to win when they pitch well.
Bounce to first. Butler slips, and Matsui beats it. Farnsworth also fell down on the mound. And it looks like his left knee may be a problem.
And Farnsworth, a big, strong guy, a real physical specimen who's over the years has been awfully durable, but it looks like his night is over and most likely a trip to the DL, maybe a groin or.
Yeah, it could be the groin.
There's the swing by Matsui, and immediately Farnsworth crumples to the ground. On the other end, Billy Butler just has a blowout, and Matsui, who never gave up on the play, beats the Rap at first base. Man, nothing going on there with Farnsworth. It's not like he's tripped or caught a spike or anything like that. He just blew it out.
And he needs help getting off the field now. That groin injury awfully painful. So he'll rely on a couple of shoulders to get off the field. And it's ruled a hit for Matsui. That takes his hitting streak to 6 games. And you're right, he didn't presume anything. He ran hard all the way. That gets him a hit. It's only number 4 for the Astros tonight. We'll be back in just a moment as the Royals will be able to bring in a pitcher who will get as much time as he needs to warm up. 2-1 Houston, bottom of the 8th. Stay tuned after the game for Astros Live. It's presented by M.D. Anderson with Kevin Eschenfelder and Steve Sparks. Highlights and analysis of tonight's game, interleague highlights, and a preview of Brian Moeller's start tomorrow. It's a 105 ball game tomorrow. Astros Live at 12:30. Brian Moeller and Brian Bannister. And here's Kyle Farnsworth with the groin injury.
Yeah, he can't even move out there, so he just rolls on over and waits for help to come. Jamie Wright comes out of the pen. He'll have all he needs to get ready. And the veteran, who's been around a long time, first came up with the Rockies back in the mid-90s. He's worked 25 times this year. No wins, a couple of losses, a 4.55 ERA. So another one of the veteran arms that the Royals added. Not the power pitcher that Farnsworth or Cruz are. Good curveball, likes to sink the fastball.
An extreme ground ball pitcher, Darren Erstad, has provided the hit that is now the difference in this game. A pinch 2-run homer. Second pinch homer of his career. The Astros' first pinch homer since last September when Mark Sacamano delivered. And what a ball game as it's 2-1. Last night the Royals won by this same score. The Astros would hope to give Jose Valverde more working room here for the ninth inning. They have a nice start with the single by Matsui. Now Wright will get as much warm-up time as he needs because of the injury to Farnsworth.
Here's the big swing of this ball game. Darren Erstad pinch hitting. Got every bit of that inside fastball. Boy, and Ochever really did not give the Astros much to look at tonight. He has outstanding stuff.
LSU is back in front of Texas. It's now 9-4 in the 8th inning of Game 3. LSU led 4-0, then Texas tied it 4-4. Youngsters with a colorful night. Edwin Masonette now will be the pinch hitter for LaTroy Hawkins. Hawk in one inning allowed no hits, no runs, with no walks, no strikeouts. And Masonette, 315, 1 homer, 7 runs batted in, is the pinch hitter. He's had very little playing time lately. In fact, Edwin has not had an at-bat since the first game at Texas 8 days ago.
Likely being asked to bunt here.
Masonette has been working on some catching.
Jamie Wright has allowed runs in 4 of his last 5 appearances. So he has not been particularly sharp lately.
He's hardly ever been sharp when he's faced the Astros in his career. He's 3-12 lifetime against them with an ERA over 6. Wanted foul, strike 1. Masonette has 1 sacrifice bunt. He's 0 for 2 as a pinch hitter. Dave Clark has signs for Masonette.
If possible, push this ball out a little bit towards the first base side. Keep it away from Tian, who's being very aggressive coming in from third base.
He's right on top of Masonette, who bunts it the other way to the pitcher. And Wright lobs it over to first for a sacrifice for Masonette. Matsui to second, 1 out for Michael Bourne.
Tian absolutely fearless. What's he going to do if Masonette pulls it back here and takes a whack at it?
Probably get Dr. Guy Lewis's number. Michael Bourne, one of the very best with men in scoring position this season. 3 in this game with a couple of ground outs, 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 6th. Jeff Keppinger's on deck. And there's ball 1. Jamie Wright was 0-12 against the Astros, but he's actually won his last 3 decisions against them since then. Former starting pitcher.
Now there's that good sinker. He gets all the ground balls. 4 years with the Rockies before moving on to Milwaukee. A little time with St. Louis. This is the second go around with Kansas City. Only 34. Seems like he should be older. Been around so long.
Yeah. First round pick in '93. 2 balls and a strike. First round pick started this game. Luke Hochevar, the first player drafted period in '06. Another first rounder comes in. Strike evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Right, this relief roll seems to be really responding.
Hate the drink.
Right, made 75 appearances for Texas last year.
Still talking to Rob Drake over that one.
Now it's 3-2.
That's tough for a hitter when a pitch you think is off the plate inside is called a strike, and now you have to adjust and be ready to turn on it. You feel like you're vulnerable to the outside pitch, and that's what Michael's done so well this year. Handle that pitch out away from him.
Grounded up the middle, Cayaspo with a quick release over to Butler. Takes care of Bourne. Matsui to third, 2 outs now for Keppinger.
Well, at least has spread it around tonight. A ground ball to third, 1 to short, now to second. Also 4 for Keppinger so far. Of course, a lot of overs for the Astros, just 4 hits in the game. It's one of those games, if you end up winning, you feel like you stole one. Didn't get much going. You had 1 swing of the bat.
Ray Hillman might feel victimized if this score holds up. He has the bottom of the order due up in the 9th. Pena, Meyer, and the pitcher's spot. Keppinger 0 for 3. There's some sink on that ball, but it's ball 1 to Keppinger. Tejada's on deck. $28,602 the paid attendance tonight. Ran way inside. 2 balls, no strikes. There's a lot of movement going tonight. Last year he made 3 appearances against the Astros, going 1-0 with an ERA of 0 in those 3 games. Astros just started a stretch, 13 of the next 20 at home, starting last night. 3 balls, no strikes now. Texas got a run in the second at Arizona, leads 1-0. It's 3-1 to Keppinger.
Rangers have lost 5 in a row. They also lost their lead in the West.
Didn't take off. Ball 4. Keppinger aboard for Tejada now. And the second Kansas City walk tonight. Houston also has walked only 2. Trey Hillman's pitchers, though, have done well with 2 outs. The batting average against them, 2 outs in innings, is .218. Miguel Tejada's 0 for 2 groundouts tonight, and he was hit by a pitch. The club record for hits in a season by an Astro, 210 by Craig Biggio at 98. And Tejada, with 94 hits, is on a pace to get to number 100, quicker than Biggio did in 98. Bidge got there in his 74th game. Bounced wide of third for strike 1. Tampa Bay down the Phillies 7-1 behind Matt Garza. He goes to 5-5, beating Joe Blanton, who's 4-4. And out in front of the plate.
Letting everybody know what they're going to do in case Keppinger sets sail for second base.
Matt Burrell hit home run number 2 for the Rays tonight. This work 13 for the Phils. 1-1. Bill's been hurt.
I think he got whacked in the elbow last time up, and I think he thought this one was headed at him too, and it almost broke into the strike zone.
Yeah.
Got a little pad on now.
Yankees 8, Atlanta 4, bottom of the 9th in Atlanta. Hara comes up without any contact, and it's 1-2.
Kenshin Kawakami had to leave that game tonight. He started for Atlanta, got hit in the neck with a line drive. Ooh. Not considered serious, but they got him out of there. I think it was the 3rd or 4th inning.
Jamie Wright is from Oklahoma City. That's where Jeff Blum will be heading tomorrow to begin his game rehab assignment. Passed on a scholarship offer to Oklahoma. To sign with the Rockies in 93. Battle back. Shoulder problems, elbow surgery. Signing a free agent. A AAA deal with the Royals in February. That worked out as he voted as a non-roster pitcher. One and 2 to Miggy. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Zach Duke of Pittsburgh down Cleveland 10-6. Duke going to 8-5. He beat Carl Pavano, who's 6-6. Walsh his 11th, facing Jaramillo, number 2. Matsui and Keppinger are the base runners. 2 outs and a 2-2 count. Tejada swings at the breaking pitch and strikes out to end the Astros 8. No runs, 1 hit, 2 men left. Moving to the 9th. It's 2-1.
Quarterfinals going on this week. Biggio's final in 2007, his final game versus Jeff Kent's home run in the bottom of the 9th in Game 5 of the 04 NLCS. So those are the 2 events that you're going to choose between, and you're going to do it at Astros.com.
Changes for these 2 teams involve Jason Michaels, the new left fielder for the Astros, taking over for Carlos Lee, and he's in the cleanup spot. And Jose Valverde comes in. He's 0-1 with 5 saves.
Pinch hitter 8-9 due up. Well, it's going to be pinch hitter 8 pinch hitter as Valverde works for the 15th time this year. 5 saves and 7 tries. This will be his 7th appearance since coming off the disabled list. So far, so good. He has yet to allow runs.
Willie Bloomquist is the pinch hitter for Tony Pena Jr. Broken bat roller to shortstop. Tejada to Berkman. 1 pitch, 1 out. 1 broken bat for Valverde. Airtight relief so far for Sampson, Hawkins, and Valverde. Now it's Mitch Meyer. He tripled and was thrown out at the plate. A very big play in this game, and lined out to first and walked. Kyle Farnsworth in 0 innings allowed 1 hit, no runs, with no walks, no strikeouts. Strike 1 call. Mike Jacobs, who has home run power, is in the on deck circle. Pulled foul.
That was scary.
Wandy Rodriguez, he got banged up in the outfield with a Duran Erstad line drive in the left rib cage. Wants to protect that area. He went ahead and pitched. Pitched a fine game in Minnesota. Valverde has come off the disabled list with an ERA of 0 for 6 appearances, starting June 13th in Arizona. 2 games in Arizona, 2 in Texas, 2 in Minnesota for Valverde. This is his first time in a game on the Minute Maid Park mound since April 26th. He went on the disabled list with the leg injury after that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Valverde's pitched 3 times against the Royals in his career. 1 save, an ERA of 6.75 for 4 innings. Grounded to Berkman. Oh, on through his legs and into right field. There's the big turn at first. And it's an error on Berkman, allowing Meyer to reach. Fourth error for Berkman.
And he's been charged with a couple of tough errors this year, but this one obviously a ball he should have handled. Just got caught backpedaling a little bit, and a little bit of an in-between hop. Hopefully that doesn't blossom into anything.
Second error of the night for the Astros. They had gone 9 games without making one. Now Mike Jacobs is the pinch hitter. Jacobs was a pinch hitter in last night's game. He made the final out in the top of the 9th inning in Kansas City's 2-1 win. 228, 10 homers, 26 runs batted in for Jacobs. He's been DHing for Kansas City, which leaves him on the bench in a National League park. The Royals are working with him on trying to retool his swing a little bit, working more on hitting to the opposite field. Strike 1 to Jacobs, who hit 32 homers for the Marlins last season and drove in 93 runs.
I'm going to think of one guy in Kansas City that could help him out with his approach a little bit.
A guy named Brett?
Yeah, George. He had that outfield stroke.
He did pretty well with it.
Flatten that swing, hit line drives the other way, and then just turn on one for fun every now and then. Like a 98-mile-an-hour Goose Gossage fastball.
Oh, yeah. Jacobs is hitting well under 200 in June. 1 homer, 1 RBI. 28 years old. He hit .524 against the Astros last season. .310 career hitter at Minute Maid Park coming into this series. He fouls it back.
Seems to me that the short relievers are the ones that have the real advantage in these interleague games, because just for the most part, opposing hitters are not seeing the pitchers from the other club, and you got to face a guy who throws 97 miles an hour, and you don't have many looks at him in your career, unless you've been in the same league. That certainly is the case here with the Royals and Valverde. Jacobs has got 3 at-bats off of him, but have not had many looks at the big guy.
Jacobs with a fly ball to the left, sends Michaels way back and up against the wall and caught it. Tremendous catch. And now it's a double play as they get it into second base. And over to first, a game-ending double play on a tremendous catch by Michaels. And now the umpires are going to confer. There is confusion. The Royals don't seem to think he caught it. And he was back in that area that's tough for the umpires to see.
And they're spilling out of the Royals bullpen to press their case out there. John Miserock is the bullpen coach. There he is. There's Rocky. Well, they're saying no catch.
Now where do they place the runners? Mark Wagner, the third base umpire there. Here comes Cecil Cooper out.
And Meyer should have just kept on running that.
Yes.
He should have come around to score. Oh yeah, off the wall. Unbelievable that he was able to catch that ball, but it's off the wall. I saw Jason come out of it, indicating, he caught it, but I never saw an umpire signal. And Miggy obviously saw it off the wall, because even though Lance was screaming for the ball, the double plays in order. Miggy knew otherwise. So he was in no big hurry to throw that ball back across the diamond.
Michaels came out of there as if he had caught it, but
now even if they wanted to, I don't know that this is a reviewable play, is it? Because it's just foul or fair or home run or not. So this is not a reviewable play, and ultimately it doesn't really matter because the umpires got it right. And if they were to review it, it would be confirmed. Watch it here as Jason goes up, and right there kicks off the wall, then into his glove. Great look, great camera work to capture that. And Jason tries to sell it a little bit, but knows he's got to hurry that ball back in.
Well, it goes as a single for Mike Jacobs, a pinch single with Meyer on third. First and third, one out now for De Jesus, who's 2 for 4.
And the Astros are just lucky that Meyer just didn't trot on home during the confusion.
Absolutely. And it's ball 1 now, with the Royals having a potential tying run at third and 1 out in the inning, and Valverde in a real jam now. But it could be a whole lot worse. Tying run might have scored.
Yeah, and the Astros keeping the middle of the infield back at double play depth. And De Jesus runs pretty well. This is a little bit of a gamble with that tying run on third base.
Makes it 1-1. De Jesus this season has bounced into 5 double plays.
He got a little greedy here, expanding his zone, going after that high heater.
It's Mitch Meyer. He reached on the error by Berkman. And at first it's Mike Jacobs. Popped up. Keppinger over on the foul pop. Can't get to it. 1-2.
And if you're Roy Oswalt, the way his season has gone, you know what he's thinking. Of course he's not going to get to it. Of course that's going to go in the dugout and not stay in play.
Valverde in a real pickle here. First and third, 1 out. Jesus has struck out 41 times. There's other ballparks. That was a more catchable ball, but here there's a wall for Michaels to deal with. Michaels got back well on it. Budge didn't think he had it. And it's 2-2.
Budge showing some great reflexes to catch this 97-mile-an-hour fastball about 2 feet over his head. That's one you don't work on, folks.
No. You would be working on dislocating your shoulder if you did that. 2-2 the count. Ground ball into right field will tie the game 2-2. And Meyer does score. RBI single for De Jesus, his 3rd hit of the night, gives him his 32nd run batted in. Jacobs to second base.
And there goes Oswald's win. Boy, he really deserved it. This is a tough one to let get away, and nobody feels worse than Lance. Still a ball game to be had, so Jose's got to get tough here and finish the Royals off.
Michaels will lead off the bottom of the 9th now. He's in the cleanup spot to be followed by Berkman and Pence. Valverde with a blown save now tries to send the game to the home 9th inning tied. Callaspo batting. He's 0 for 4. Ball 1. Valverde was 5 for 7 in save opportunities coming into this appearance tonight. The Astros now 17 saves. They have 13 blown saves. One and one to count. Florida beat Baltimore 5-2. A win for Ricky Nolasco. He goes to 4-6. And Meyer got his first save. Side almost clipped him, and it's 2-1 to Callaspo. 2 former Diamondbacks squaring off here.
Callaspo was thinking that maybe he'd catch a break from Jose. He just learned otherwise with that 96-mile-an-hour heater at his rib cage. Callaspo, a pretty solid hitter. Doesn't strike out much.
He does.
Ugly there.
2-2 as he swings and misses at that pitch. So file that one away.
Probably looking for that 96 inside again, so he gets it started, and it's a split finger pitch.
2-2 with 1 out, 2 on. Detroit beat the Cubs 5-3 in Detroit. Jack Climber the winner. Rich Harden lost it. Fernando Rodney got his 15th save. Ground ball Berkman. He throws to second. Tejada up and over the runner. No throw to Valverde. Valverde fell down at first, but he's all right. 2 outs. Runners at first and third now for Butler.
Yeah, and this guy I think is the most dangerous bat in the Royals lineup. He looks legit. He's got a real nice swing. He's got big time pop. When all is said and done, as he develops, he's going to put up some big numbers. Still a very young player.
Tape measure home run last night. He's 0 for 4 tonight. Lined 100 Pence on a 3-0 count in the 7th inning. Again on deck. Here's ball 1. Day game coming tomorrow. Valverde's thrown 20 pitches in this one. Last outing was Sunday when he got his 5th save. 2-0 to Butler. .30 tomorrow for Astros Live. Brian Moeller and Brian Bannon. Boston won at Washington 6-4. John Lester going to 6-6. Beating Craig Stammen, he's 1-3. Jonathan Papelbon got his 17th save.
Get some idea right there the respect the Astros have for this young hitter. 2-0 split finger pitch. As they not wanting to give in, Butler has earned a reputation early in his career as a good fastball hitter, and I think he's just a good hitter, period.
Ball 4. And the bases are loaded now for Guillen. Walk number 3 for Houston pitchers tonight. Guillen is 0 for 4. Dewey Robinson comes out. Yankees won 8-4 at Atlanta. Jobber Chamberlain going to 4-2, beating Chris Medlin. And Mariano Rivera got his 16th save. Milwaukee got 2 in the 8th and held off Minnesota in the 9th to win it 4-3. Todd Coffey beat Nick Blackburn. Trevor Hoffman getting save number 17.
And Brewers had lost 4 in a row prior to that one. That was not lost. So gloomy there.
Now it's Guillen. Cincinnati had now fallen 2 games below 500 with the loss tonight to 34-36. Popped up. Matsui back for the 3rd out. The Royals tied with 1 run unearned on 2 hits. 1 error, 3 left. Bottom of the 9th coming. Royals 2, Astros 2. By the Ford F-150, by the Progressive Insurance Group, and by Budweiser. Well, the game moves swiftly through the early stages. Now we go to the bottom of the 9th, and it's tied. Kansas City 2, Houston 2. 9 hits for the Royals, 4 hits for the Astros. 8 men left for Kansas City. Houston has made 2 errors and stranded 4. We go to the last of the 9th inning as Roman Colon coming in, and he has no decisions. 1 hold and the ERA 4.5.
Colon made appearances for the big club this year. Was working down in Omaha for the AAA club. They picked him up from the Detroit Tigers, and he's been parts of the last 3 or 4 seasons. Fastball, slider primarily for the right-handed hitters, and then an occasional change up to the lefties. So Jason Michaels can Count on seeing fastballs and sliders here from Cologne. Big guy. 6'6", 6'7", something like that.
He has spent 10 years in the minors. And now on the major league stage in a tie game, bottom of the ninth inning, Jason Michaels up for the first time. 185, no homers, 5 runs batted in. And he looks at strike one. Jason entered the game for Carlos Lee, who was 1 for 3. Michaels 0 for 1 last night as a pinch hitter. Made the final out in the bottom of the ninth inning. A ground ball back to the pitcher with 2 men on in a 2-1 loss. It's up around his head.
Trying to come back with that slider after a good one. Tries to overthrow that one and just never finishes the pitch.
Cologne then brings one just outside near the knees for a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Cologne made 13 relief appearances in Omaha. He was 2 and 3 there with a couple of saves at 2.84 ERA. Foul, then it's 2 and 2.
Gotta be quick to get to that heater.
Yeah.
Cologne actually made his debut with Atlanta back in 2004. I don't remember him with Atlanta, but 18 games there.
Well, he pitched in 05 against the Astros a couple of times. Gave up a Jason Lane 2-run homer.
Get him here now. Lane, sign him. Owns this guy.
Line drive left. Dropped by De Jesus.
Jason Lane now working as a body double for David Duvall.
Jamie Wright in 1 inning, allowed no hits, no runs. He had 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Cologne has out number 1. Now it's Lance Berkman sitting on 999 runs batted in. He's 0 for 3 tonight.
Ah, sweet redemption.
For the error in the top of the inning, which made the tying run unearned. 0-1. Juan Cruz is warming up for Kansas City.
I think that would be one of the hardest things to do as a hitter, would be to fight that urge to try to go and do too much after making a big error.
Yeah.
To get out of your game plan, overswing.
1 ball, 1 strike for Cologne.
This is his changeup. He throws it hard, 88 miles an hour. Still good enough to get Lance out in front a little bit.
Well, 6 major league wins and 7 losses. Comes inside with it. 2 balls and a strike. Hunter Pence on deck. Lance got a 9th inning hit last night as a pinch hitter. A line drive single to left field. That was his first pinch hit since 02. Now this liner goes to left. Jesus back, and he almost overran it. Reached up and snagged it. A couple of balls hit pretty well by Astros have gone for outs here in the 9th.
Yeah, Cologne not really fooling anybody, but he's got 2 outs and nobody on. De Jesus got a nice jump on this ball. As Brownie said, almost overplayed it. He's got a little slicing action on it. He has to reach back behind him.
Do not try that play at home. 2 outs. Now it's Hunter Pence. He's grounded out twice to short and walked. Spins off a slider. There's strike 1.
Yeah, and that's thinking too much about the fastball there, because that was a pretty hittable breaking ball. He just pulled off of
it. Gets another one, and it's 0-2.
And whereas last year Hunter struggled because he was chasing breaking balls out of the zone, these are 2 in the strike zone. Just pulling off instead of staying through, trying to drive it the other way. And on the road trip, he got that back. He had been struggling a little bit, and on the road, especially that one game in Texas, where was hitting the ball to right and right center with authority. And he's got to get back to that point.
Two balls, two strikes. Right-handed hitters beware. Cologne will sometimes miss up and in around your head. Fly ball left center. De Jesus comes in for this one and makes all three plays to send the game to the 10th. The score, Royals 2, Astros 2. Royals are 2-1. The Astros 3-3 in extra frames this year. Burdack is the best. Tim Burdack is in the game. He is pitcher number 5 for Houston. Comes in with 2 lefty hitters scheduled up here in the 10th inning. Lefties are 12 for 43 against him.
And that number's been coming down lately for a while there. He's having a real hard time getting lefties out. It was somewhat inexplicable. He was very good at that last year. This year he's been lights out against right-handed hitters. A very low average, 5 straight scoreless for Tim. And he's got Tien here, who's having a real nice night. Good swings just about every time up. And he swings from the left side. Then the switch hitting catcher Pena, and then Bloomquist swings from the right side.
Yes, Tien is having a good night. He has 2 hits and 4 at bats. He has a line out to third base as well. 11-4 final. LSU wins its 6th College World Series title. Now ball for strike 1 here in the 10th inning.
Somewhere Russ Johnson is jumping up and down.
Oh yeah, he was a fun guy.
Russ Springer, for that matter.
Russ is in Oakland. Let's see if they're home tonight. Yes, that's exactly where he is. No balls, 2 strikes.
Russ at about year 6 of his post-retirement career.
He just can't retire.
Yeah. He probably keeps thinking, well, I'm going to go home some offseason and start throwing in the winter, and I won't be able to get it up there. And then every year, sure enough, there he comes 94 miles an hour. It's like I'm going back to work.
1 and 2, as you can see the good numbers for Tien. Left-handers have really not slowed him down.
Well, it's that good George Brett-like approach, hitting it up the middle and the opposite way.
Bouncer, Burdack. 1 down in the 10th.
Speaking of Royals icons, we got one in the booth right next door. Frank White doing color commentary for the Royals these days.
He would like that play. He was a good defender. Very fine second baseman.
Never spiked a rally.
You sound like Howard Cosell.
Well, that was what I was trying to do. For whatever reason, I always remember that from Monday Night Baseball days. Howard talking about Frank White. Never spiked a rally.
Quite a record. Never spike one. His long career.
Spiking, I guess, grounding into the double play to kill a rally or something like that.
Yeah.
His number is retired in Kansas City. He and Brett and Dick Hauser, I think, the only three.
Brian Pena is 1 for 3 as a right-handed batter. Well, George Brett said yesterday, we were on a talk show together. He was in Kansas City. And he follows Lance Berkman. That's the Astro that he follows. 2 balls and no strikes.
Same solid approach at home plate. So George would appreciate his approach. George, a bit of a cause celeb earlier this year in Kansas City when he went a blotto on a news reporter.
Deep drive to right field. Hunter Pence back to the wall, and that one is an opposite field shot for Pena. 3-2 lead for the Royals as Pena hits number 1.
This would be an awfully tough pill to swallow to end up losing this ball game.
That's his 3rd major league homer for Brian Pena. Grab the lead as Pudge Rodriguez and Rob Drake are having words. Count was 2-0. And he drove it out to right field.
Drake is yelling at the Royals dugout. He got everybody mad at him.
Apparently Pudge didn't like those calls. They made it 2 balls, no strikes.
Did Pudge say something to Pena? I don't know. Did Pena showboat on the home run swing or something, and maybe Pudge said something as he crossed home plate? Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think Pudge is getting into somebody over in the Royals dugout.
Rob Drake trying to be peacemaker apparently. Oh, they got into it there.
Oh, okay. Pudge thought he was peeking. Looking back where he was setting up. Which isn't against the rules, but if the pitcher and catcher think you're doing it, you're going to get some chin music.
Well, Julio Lugo had a broken arm from that a few years ago from Kerry Wood here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cubs thought he was peeking at the catcher's location. Drilled him. According to hearsay information, of course. 2 balls and a strike.
Steve Garvey is the guy that's always accused.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he used to cock his head back.
Yeah.
I always thought he was peeking.
Well, that's kind of against the code of ethics.
No, it's just, you can do it. You just got to be willing to pay the wrath if you get caught.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And that's part of the catcher's responsibility to make sure you set up late.
Bloomquist grounded out to shortstop in the 9th inning in his first at bat in this game. It's 3-2. Verdak had pitched a scoreless ball for his last 5 outings until giving up the home run to Pena. On a slider, he gets a strikeout on Bloomquist. 2 outs. Strikeout number 9 for Astros pitching. Walt got the first 8.
Backdoor slider there to finish off Bloomquist.
Two outs, and here's Mitch Meyer. With strike 1. Meyer with a triple, a walk, and he reached on an error and scored the tying run in the 9th inning on the De Jesus hit. Royals have left 11 men on base to the Astros, 4 stranded.
You know, there are games where you lose and you say, well, we deserve to win that one. And the Astros certainly haven't hit enough to deserve to win this game. But the pitching was so good. Oswalt pitched so well. And it's, after a tough night last night, if you get nothing going against Greinke, managed to take a lead late in this game and not be able to hang on. Those hurt more than you know. Garden Variety show up the ball game and lose 7-2.
Right groin injury caused Farnsworth to leave the game earlier. 1-2 to Meyer. And Meyer strikes out, but the home run by Pena to the opposite field in the 10th inning gives the Royals a 3-2 lead. Leads 3-2. He's going with some changes here for the bottom of the 10th inning, including a new catcher. So what could have been a fracas between Pena and Rodriguez will be alleviated by this move, putting in the new catcher. Miguel Olivo comes in. Pena taken out of the game.
I'm assuming Olivo's better defensively because I don't think if I'm Trey Hillman, I let the fact that Pena and Pudge got into it a little bit influence who my catcher is here in the 9th inning. And I think I make this move strictly because I feel like this guy's better at blocking pitches, throwing out runners, and things of that nature. Yeah. He's the last man he has on his bench. Here's Joaquin Soria. He got the save in last night's ball game. He's worked 15 times, had a stint on the DL and save opportunities. He's 8 out of 9.
Pena at the go-ahead homer. He's out of the game. Bloomquist in at shortstop. Rodriguez leads off. He's 1 for 2. 1 for 3, rather. And it's ball 1 for Soria. Soria came in last night, and he closed it out for save number 8. He gave up hits to the first 2 batters, Tejada and Berkman. He got Pudge on a strikeout. He struck out Matsui and got Michaels on a roller back to the mound. Then it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count to Pudge.
Fastball, curve, slider, changeup.
Soria, an all-star last year, just turned 25 in May. Pitched in the World Baseball Classic this season and got off to a slow start. Up the middle and in the center, and Pudge gets hit number 2 of the night. There's the start for the Astros in the home 10th inning.
An off-speed pitch. maybe just trying to sink the fastball. Took a little off of it. Either way, Pudge does a nice job staying on it. The wheels turning again now. How are you going to play this if you're Cecil Cooper and the Astros? Last night, first and second, nobody out. You opted not to bunt.
Matsui is 1 for 3. He is bunting. It's a good one. Soria barehanding. Throws and gets him. Sacrifice for Matsui. Pudge to second, 1 out.
Here he's trying to bunt for a base hit. Squares late. It takes a real nice play by Soria to get him.
Now it's Matt Keita pinch hitting. Batting for the pitcher, Burdak. Pudge at second. Keita, a switch hitter, comes up with a 182 average, 4 hits and 22 at bats, no homers, 1 RBI. As a pinch hitter, he's 1 for 6. Astros got a pinch 2-run homer in the 6th for Darren Erstad, batting for pitcher Roy Oswalt. They'd love for Keita to follow suit as he bats for the pitcher Burdak. And there's strike 1. Burdak in 1 inning allowed 1 hit, 1 run. Had no walks and struck out 2. Ramon Colon had 1 hitless inning without any strikeouts. Soria had 42 saves last year. That was second in the American League. He blew only 3. Snowballs, 2 strikes with Michael Bourne on deck. Astros have 7 wins this season in their final at bat.
That's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, it is. 1 and 2.
Matt Keita's brother's an actor, Greg. He's playing with a Broadway production of Dora the Explorer. He played Boots the Monkey.
Did he?
Yep. And then he was just with the show in Vegas of Mamma Mia. He's a finalist for the part of Frankie Valli in Jersey Boys. That's the game. Multi-family.
Avon Lakes, Ohio. Vanderbilt fouls it away.
Defensive swing there, but you have to be in that mode now with 2 strikes. You can't afford to be loading up, cheating on a fastball. Cover the strike zone and kind of be aware of everything. Be aware of the heater, but also be, you can't try to jump on one, and if it comes to an off-speed pitch, you got no chance.
Keita got his first major league hit here in 03. Jeremy Robertson. Bouncer. Into right field. Rodriguez coming home. Guillen with a throw to the plate. And Rodriguez is safe to tie the ball game 3-3. He just beat that tag. Beating the arm of Jose Guillen on a pinch RBI single by Matt Keita, who winds up at second base.
Hey, how about this night? The Astros bench much maligned this year. They've had their struggles, but they're having a big night tonight. Boots the Monkey would love it. Got on top of that high fastball, got just enough of it to yank it through that hole, and a good aggressive send by Dave Clark. That's a cannon out there and right. Attached to the shoulder of Jose Guillen to throw a little bit offline, and that allows Pudge to sneak in the back door. Love the drink.
Now Michael Bourne. And Keita, as the ball rolls away, started toward third. Now he gets back as Oliva retrieves it. Keita is one of those guys who, when he gets on base, really tries to stretch that lead. Very aggressive. Bourne 0 for 4.
We got day game tomorrow. It's an early wake-up call. So let's just go ahead and win this thing right here, Michael.
Sounds like an excellent idea. Temperature on deck. Bourne looks at that one. It's 2-0 to Michael.
And the Royals now in the outfield. They're shortened up. Line drive single. They need to have a shot at KCA at home.
.388 with men in scoring position, tied for third in the league. It's 2-1 to Michael.
I say line drive because they're going to kind of a ground ball base hit through the infield. KCA fast enough where he should be able to score.
And now 3-1 to Michael Bourne. Make it 2-2. Soria's save last night was his first since May 7th. Tying over to Johnny Peralta in Cleveland. Deep drive to right field. Guillen back, makes the catch. KCA tagging, and now he will not be able to move to third base. On a well hit out number 2. He took off. It looked like Guillen might not be able to catch it. By the time KCA got back, he didn't have time to move to third.
And with the catch, that's out number 2, so not that significant that Matt wasn't able to get to third base. What is significant is that Guillen was able to track this thing down because it looked like a game winner. Talked about how the Royals had shortened up a little bit in the outfield to have a shot to throw KCA out on a base hit. But Guillen with a good jump, scrambles back and able to make the catch. And obviously just not worth it to try to gamble to get to third base with 2 outs.
Jeff Keppinger will try to win it. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. Miguel Tejada's on deck. Ball 1 from Soria. Soria's ERA last year was a low 1.60.
I'm talking about the Astros' last at-bat wins. Keppinger's provided a couple of those, I believe. One for sure.
Yes. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Had that 10th inning single against the Cubs back on the 7th of April. Tejada's had a couple. Tejada may get another chance. It's 3-0. Long's had 2. Another pitch, and Coach Rodriguez chimed in.
Keppinger was a Royal for 22 games back in 2006.
Ball 4, and runners are at first and second for Tejada now. He's 0 for 3 and was hit by a pitch. Gary Oldman's club went ahead with a run at the top of the inning. 3-3 tie now in the bottom of the 10th. Soria versus Tejada. Tejada hit a pitch just off the ground last night in the bottom of the 9th inning off Soria for a looping single to right center field. 1-2 count. Jason Michaels is on deck. And then strike 1.
Maybe thinking about that breaking ball a little bit behind the heater.
.324 with 2 outs and men in scoring position. That's what Matt KCA is.
They continue to work him away. They're doing him a favor.
Yeah. 4 balls, 2 strikes. Bud Rodriguez, when he scored that run, pulled it within 1 of Carlton Fisk. Fisk is the all-time leader for runs scored by a catcher. Oh. 1 ball and 2 strikes. To Howie going down on that pitch up and in. Curveball at 68 miles per hour.
And it's the second time he's flinched on a breaking ball tonight because he's looking away. He's trying to cover the outside corner, and he sees that pitch, and he thinks it's coming right out of his coconut, and he doesn't recognize the breaking pitch.
Soria might want to come back with that if he thinks he can control it. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt, and a strikeout ends the 10th inning. But the Astros tied with 1 run. On 2 hits, they leave 2, and after 10, it's the Royals 3, the Astros 3. After Brian Pena's solo homer in the top of the 10th, Darren Erstad with a pinch 2-run homer in the 6th. So we've had heroics by guys coming off the bench and guys like Pena who hit their first home run of the year, don't play that much. Now we have a former Royal in Jeff Fulcino coming in.
Jeff 2-2, 254 on for the 20th time. Last worked Wednesday at Texas, so it's been a while for him. He's been on a nice run last 2-3 weeks. And rock solid for the big right-hander.
His last 14 and 2/3 innings, he has not allowed an earned run. He lost that Texas game you mentioned on an unearned run. Some balls that weren't hit very well. Miguel Olivo is up for the first time. 253 is his average. He has 10 homers, 28 runs batted in. Olivo was the starting catcher last night, and he had a double in 4 trips and drove in a run. Drives one. Left center field. Michael Bourne way back. At the wall. He's leaping, and Olivo hangs one for a homer. So both catchers for Kansas City go deep in this game, and it's now 4-3 Royals in the 11th.
Well, Olivo's got some power. He has 10, making 11 home runs now. But he has very little plate discipline. He's a very aggressive swinger, so he's a guy you got to be careful with. And pitch caught way too much of the plate. Wasn't trying to go down and away with it, and just made a mistake. Again, he hasn't been out there in a while. Didn't put the pitch where he wanted to, and Olivo able to take advantage.
4-3 lead for the Royals with Olivo hitting number 11, giving him 29 runs batted in. David DeJesus looks at ball 1. DeJesus has 3 hits. He drove in the 9th inning run to tie it at 2. Burdack in 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 run with a couple of strikeouts. It's 2-0 for Fulcino. The Astros relievers had a 1.13 ERA against the American League clubs in league play coming into this game tonight. Keppinger's on the grass at 3rd. Back for a 2-1 count on De Jesus. Ospo's on deck. 11 hits for Kansas City, 6 for Houston. They're slugging it out in Chicago, where the White Sox lead the Dodgers 10-7 in the top of the 9th inning. Right, 2-2. Pale-Hose have hit 6 home runs in that game. Chino, pitcher number 6 for the Astros. Now it's a full count on De Jesus. It's now a final 10-7. The White Sox beat the Dodgers. Texas is leading at Arizona 2-1. Arizona batting in the 6th inning. Vicente Padilla has the lead for the Rangers. Still a full count on De Jesus. The Royals have won only one of their last 14 series. They've split one and lost 12. The Astros have Michaels, Berkman, and Pence due up in the last of the 11th inning. Strike for Fulchino, out number 1. Strikeout number 11 for Astros pitchers.
Jesus obviously looking for an off-speed pitch. That fastball right there for him. He just took his medicine and started strolling back to the dugout. Guessing wrong.
Callaspo is 0 for 5. He looks at ball 1. The Angels are leading Colorado 6-0, batting in the bottom of the 4th at Anaheim. Vladimir Guerrero hit his 2nd home run off Jason Marquis. Marquis shooting for win number 10, but he's behind by 6. 1 ball and 1 strike. Seattle 3, San Diego 2. They're in the bottom of the 4th at Seattle. Kevin Kuzminoff at his 10th long ball for the Padres. Russell Branyan, number 18 for the Mariners. It's 2 balls and a strike. Brian Bannister goes for the Royals tomorrow. They have had 2 well-pitched starts from Greinke and Hochevar in this series so far. Bob McClure would have to be ecstatic if Bannister can come close to what those 2 guys have done in the day game tomorrow, starting at 105.
Bannister's been very good for the Royals this year. ERA in the low 3s. Got a winning record. He's 5-4 with a 3.89, not low 3s, but a 3.89, which is still significantly above average.
Inside for ball 3, a full count here on Callaspo. With Butler on deck. It's a Giants 6, Oakland 1, bottom of the 4th at Oakland. Nate Shearholtz hit his 2nd home run for San Francisco. Line to center field. Callaspo aboard with a 1-out single. Hit number 2 here in the 11th inning off Fulchino.
No. Ron Mayhay, maybe. There's a lefty up in the Royals bullpen. Just
John Bale.
Bale just throwing just enough to stay loose. I got to believe Soria's going to be the guy in the bottom half of the inning unless the Royals blow it open here.
Yeah, that's where they're getting him loose in case they blow it open.
I'm guessing, yeah.
Butler 0 for 4 with a walk.
We'll have a chance to do that when Soria's turn in the order comes up. He's still 3 spots away.
Butler taking ball 1 there.
Well, they have no position players left.
the way, and it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Well, Cito Gaston wants everybody to play with a DH. So that wouldn't be a problem managers would often encounter, running out of players if all teams had the designated hitter.
Yeah, I guess if I were an American League manager, I'd want to have the DH in all my games too. I mean,
sure.
That's how you set your team up.
Don't have to worry about pitchers getting hurt, running the bases. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And now that angle I don't buy into. The angle that I got, we spent $9 million on this guy to be our DH, and I don't have room for him to play because we're a national account. I get that argument better than I'm afraid my pitchers are going to blow out. So I might have to jog to first after a walk or something. We all live in peril.
These are dangerous times, Cito.
The Astros, if they wanted to, if they get Butler here, they could walk the next 2 guys.
Yeah.
It would be a little dicey, but you would be guaranteed of facing Soria or some other pitcher.
Zach Greinke might want to pinch hit. He'd be clamoring for an at-bat.
That'd be one way to get Soria out of the ball game.
Might be. Right for Ficino. Butler walking away, 2 outs.
Paints the outside corner with that heater. De Jesus before him got caught looking.
Jose Guillen is 0 for 5. But he contributed a nice catch there in the 10th inning. Ball 1.
And I'm not necessarily promoting the idea of walking Guillen and Tien to get to the pitcher spot here. If a manager were to do it, you wouldn't call him a nut. You go, okay, I get what he's doing here. Playing with fire a little bit, dealing with the bases loaded. Anything can happen. A pitcher with a bat in his hand could get a base hit. You might end up walking him. You don't want to put that kind of pressure on your pitcher to pitch with the bases loaded. Greinke's thinking about it. Hey, Skip.
Yeah, see? Lobbying. Well, Bannister, who starts tomorrow, is 1 for 2. He has an RBI. He's the only Royal pitcher with a hit.
That may be the more prudent part of that whole strategy. Do it just to get Soria out of the game. Get their closer out of there. And take your chances with the lefty Bale.
Does make some sense. By the way, we were told the last American League pitcher to start a game hitting 8th was Ken Brett for last night. Fly ball, shallow center field. Michael Bourne still coming in. And a home run by Olivo puts the Royals in front 4-3 in the 11th. so he is not coming out for the bottom of the 11th inning. It's going to be lefty John Bale. He'll be pitcher number 6 for Trey Hillman tonight.
Yeah, I thought they might run Soria back out there, but he worked last night and threw a fair number of pitches there in the 10th tonight. So John Bale is going to come on. He's 35 years of age, kind of a journeyman guy, and he's looking for his first major league save.
His heart's got to be pounding a little bit right now.
Yeah.
10 strikeouts in 8 innings. 5 walks for John Bale. Batting average against him is .207 for those 10 appearances.
He pitched 13 times with the Royals last year, 3 times as a starter, just 26 pitches, and he's got 153 innings of major league experience and a whole lot of minor league experience. First came to the big leagues with Toronto for not even a cup of coffee, just maybe a creamer. 2 innings, 1 game in '99, 2 games in 2000. And then a little time with Baltimore, Cincinnati. But, mostly a minor league guy through the years.
Faces Jason Michaels. There's strike 1. Soria in 1 inning allowed 2 hits, 1 run. He had 1 walk, 1 strikeout. And can't be the winning pitcher. Michaels trying to get something started. Will be followed by Berkman and Pence. Bale throws and it's strike 2 call. Bale's last outing was against St. Louis 4 days ago. 2/3 of an inning, he gave up 1 hit and 1 run. Breaking ball gets him a strikeout. There's 1 out in the Astros 11th. Now Berkman to bat right-hander.
Sweeping breaking ball. Racing out front over the top.
Berkman is 0 for 4. Lined out to left in the 9th inning. I will try it as a right-handed batter. He's hitting .209 right-handed, 4 homers and 67 at bats. Strike for Bale. Bale coming off the disabled list this year. He was on the DL last year. A 60-day DL last season, pitching only 13 times for Kansas City. It's 0-2.
Pretty generous zone here.
Yes.
Jason Michaels thought that backdoor breaker was outside. That one looked like it might have been a little off the plate away.
Fly ball to center. Meyer waiting. 2 down for Bale as he tries for his first major league save. On the disabled list at the end of spring training, recovering from surgery for hyperthyroidism. Hunter Pence is the batter. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. Bale on Saturday allowed a 3-run homer to Khalil Green. Bud Rodriguez is on deck. Strike 1 call. Bale just came off the disabled list May 24th. And 6 rehab appearances. Working that slider, and it's 0-2. Once it off the plate.
And again, that pitch looks like it's off the plate away, but the bottom line is now that he's called it, you've got to account for it. You've got to try to cover that outside edge. And beyond. Yeah, I'd be willing to go out and go after it. Can't afford to get rung up to finish the game here on a borderline pitch. It really makes you susceptible to the inside fastball if he's willing to go in there.
So far, he hasn't shown that. Sails that one high, and it's 1-2. Bale has 3 major league wins, 6 losses, 66 appearances prior to this season. He's from Maryland up to southern Mississippi. Tap foul. Hunter's ready to reach out there. That is the tendency that Bale has shown. Bale pitched the game here in 03. This was Cincinnati. Gave up 2 runs in 4 2/3 innings, including a Richard Hidalgo long ball. 2 hits by Craig Biggio that night. Tapped over the mound, coming in for it, Callaspo, and the Royals have pulled it out in the 11th, 4-3. Well, Kansas City, which had won only one of its previous 14 series, has clinched the series win. Bale gets his first major league save. Soria, the winning pitcher, tagging Fulcino a loss. The Royals out-hit the Astros 12-6, and they win it. In the bottom of the 11th inning, they get the Astros 1-2-3, 4-3 final. Kansas City wins tonight.